What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Powerful Fitness Podcast. You already know who it is, Willie Henderson III, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. And today we got back on a returning guest.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we got on the Beast, Prince Corey KV. And like he said, KV stands for
King Vision.
King Vision, okay? He's a king with the vision. So
Yes,
Corey is a basketball trainer and a rapper and probably many other things, but that's probably what we're going to really chop it up about today, especially the basketball training because y'all already know I'm an athlete, so I always want to know, anything that's got to do with athletics. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So when you told me you've been playing basketball for quite some time, when did you start hooping?
All my life.
All your life?
Since I could walk, probably.
When
like,
did you? When did you start like?
My first organized basketball game was like first grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at that early of an age, yeah, you getting old, buddy.
You is too. We the same age. Yeah.
So when you were that young, how serious did you take like drilling, or was it more so like you was just playing and just learning as you was playing?
Well, for me, it was more like the love of the game. Like my family is a big basketball family. You know what I'm saying? Like my uncle, my grandma's youngest brother, got drafted by the Chicago Bulls. He one of like the top 25 players in Missouri history, Missouri University history.
Okay.
He in the Missouri Hall of Fame as well.
Dang.
Then I got a cousin that came out to him that played at Mizzou as well. He coach at Cape now, Lamont Frazier. And then you got my dad, Corey Frazier, who played at St. Louis U, professional trainer. So it was just like I was born into it. Like I got other cousins that played in the NBA too, with Michael Jordan, Tyrone Nesby. It's my cousin, you know what I'm saying? So like I think basketball was just like it chose me kinda. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was born to love it. Like literally, bro. Like I don't even know when.
So were you good when you first started, like when you was younger?
Yeah. Like I could do stuff that like little kids couldn't do probably for my age. Like I could dribble. Like I always could dribble. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as like I say understanding skill development, that was like later, like in high school, middle school type time. Like before that, we just outside getting up shots.
Yeah.
Playing with our friends and stuff like that. So we just playing off the love, you know what I'm saying? Just out there 24/7 playing on the rim all the time. Like that's all I did. All I had was a basketball.
Yeah.
That's all I did, bro. Like
never played any other sports?
Yeah, I played baseball and football. I was pretty good at both of them too. Like you could ask about me, like I was decent at that shit.
Yeah, I played baseball. I was never really good at sports though. I just played baseball because my cousins and stuff was doing it, and it was fun. I liked playing, but I wouldn't.
I played all the way into like 6th or 7th grade, I think. But baseball was that was my shit for real. But I loved football though. Like I wanted to go to college for football though. Like I really loved football, bro.
You ain't very big though.
It didn't matter. I was fast, and I was the older I got faster.
Come on now, I'm talking about football size matters.
But I had hands though.
Okay, so what's
catch?
Let me ask you this, cause look, I don't know sports.
I always was athletic for my size. Like I always could jump and shit like that.
Me, I'm like the dumb guy in the stands that's like just showed up with his friends and don't know nothing about the sports. So, but I do know guys on the football field are pretty big. So what's like the smallest? Not really.
Like consider.
I guess I'm looking at the lineman.
Yeah, I would be considered a tall football player, like for the position I'm playing or whatever. Like,
but what about weight?
That Sauce Gardner like 6'1" and one like he little as hell. He a cornerback. Like football, it's changed a little bit where it's not so.
How much you weigh?
It's not Ray Lewis physically. You know what I'm saying?
So like me, I'm 6'1".
You'll be a tall football player.
I'm
depending on your position.
I walk around like 158, bro. That's not big enough for football.
158, nah.
No, they hit me, I'm done.
But nah, depending on your position though. Like if you play like corner, you could be a cornerback, bro. Football, they gonna put weight.
I could be the kicker.
They gonna put weight on you anyway though. Like,
okay, yeah.
They gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
yeah, they gonna put 15 on you, 10, 15 on you for sure.
So if you're like 165, 170, that's big enough for football?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had to be like 190, 200.
Everybody not that big. Everybody not that big. Quarterbacks are probably some of the tallest players on the field. The receivers are a little shorter, like around 6 foot to 5'10".
But man, what happens when you
like,
get cracked by someone that's
It
200
ain't-
plus pounds? Like,
he probably a middle linebacker or a motherfucking a defensive lineman that's over 250 or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just all depends on where you at on the field, for real, for real. Because if you're on defense, you strong. Your strength is your strength. You know what I'm saying? So you really don't like football. I would have been a good slot receiver, cornerback.
I
free
played
safety.
one season when I was a kid, and I played free safety.
Yeah, that's decent. But
Yeah.
you would have been a tall safety. The safeties ain't that tall. They like 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". Strong safeties are bigger. But
Okay.
like cornerbacks be little as hell.
So what about basketball? Like, what are there like size requirements for basketball? Because it seems like they're all tall. So it's like, if you're not tall, do you have to like be very skilled to make up for that?
Hell yeah. You got to do something. I like to say, if you're a small guard, you got to stand out. You either got to be pesty on defense, like picking a motherfucker up full court, like in they shit. You can't be small and fitting in. You're going to be small, be the fastest. You know what I'm saying? But basketball is more so like the opportunity as well is what's given. Like, you got to know some people to get in certain opportunities. But, like, you small, of course, you have to make up for way more. Because there's players that's tall that's got the same skill set or probably fast, just not, or maybe faster than you. Shit.
So what's short for basketball?
I say shit, 6 foot is low key short for basketball. For real,
Okay.
for real. So like, yeah, that's you 6 foot, 6'1". That's like Chris Paul. Trying to think who else would be like 6 foot that you would know of.
Nobody.
Look, Chris Paul probably the only one
I
that
can
you would
name
know of
probably
right
like
now.
10 basketball players for
Uh,
real.
Like, you know who Dennis Schroeder is?
No.
Well, Chris Paul like 6'1".
Chris Paul, I heard that name.
He's
I don't.
not that tall.
I don't
Steve
know who that
Nash
is.
probably not that tall. Stephen Curry 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
Okay.
And that's, you see how big he looked compared to other
Right.
players,
Yeah. He
you know what I'm
looked.
saying?
I was thinking he was like
Like Kyle,
5'9", 5'10".
guys like Kyle Lowry, he like 6 foot, 6'1".
Mm.
But these dudes is big though. Like, they cut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They not no little bitty dudes though. Like, they not slender or skinny like that. Like Stephen Curry, Chris Paul, they ain't no small dudes.
So as
Pause,
far as like
pause.
your weight, you have to have some. Because I mean, it seems like basketball is getting a lot less physical. So
It's positionless for the most part because everybody, like, you got tall players that can do the same thing as guards. So it's almost like Luka Doncic is what, 6'7", but he kind of like he playing point guard. James Harden 6'5", he playing point guard. You got small guards, but when it comes to a lot of players, a lot of teams having big point guards, it's hard. It's like a matchup issue because you got your point guard 6'1", but their point guard 6'5", 6'6". You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's an automatic matchup issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody not Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? He only like 6'2", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? So it's just right now, I think basketball players are bigger and they're getting, more skilled. You know what I'm saying? Like, the big guys, most likely sometimes the most skilled guys on the court, the forwards and shit like that.
You know the history of basketball, like how it started.
Yeah, James A. Naismith.
I
I can't think exactly what year, but it was in like the early 1900s.
Yeah, I learned about this in prison actually. See, look, you can learn some stuff in prison.
You can.
Because we had this part of like how you can get good time or earn time credits by doing certain programs, and they always had like these little packets for sports or whatever. And man, when they started off basketball, they didn't even dribble.
Nah, they passed.
They just passed it. They
had to
started
pass.
dribbling so they could move with the ball. And the ball was completely different.
It evolves.
It
was
was
like like a big ass football.
Yeah, it was kind of like like a rugby
Throw it
ball.
in a real basket.
Yeah,
and you have to poke it out.
I was like,
with a
dang, that's
stick.
crazy.
It didn't even have when you throw it in. It didn't
even have a net. Yeah,
it didn't go straight through.
Right.
It just go in and then you gotta poke it back out.
yeah. I was like, dang,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
And then when it really got big, it got big because of the colleges.
yeah. And then as far as the NBA, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson kind of like semi helped save the NBA, like start the save of the NBA. Like, Julius Erving was a big part of the merger, like where it was the ABA and the NBA, and the ABA teams had like great, black players. You know what I'm saying? But the NBA had black players, but it wasn't a lot of them. But it was only like I think like eight or 10 teams. It wasn't that many teams. When Bill Russell and them was winning the finals and stuff, it wasn't that many teams. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. That's why you see the same team steady going. He won, 11, not to discredit it, but it wasn't that many teams like it is now. And when the ABA happened, that's when you had teams like the Spurs, the Nets, and all them type of teams coming along. And then Dr. J, you know what I'm saying? He was a big part of that. And then when Larry Bird and them come, the NBA had been, bad for I guess drugs and stuff like that. The Magic, Magic and Larry era, and then Michael Jordan. So
you mean performance enhancing drugs, or you talking about just drugs?
Drugs.
Oh, okay.
It was doing drugs in the 70s and 80s.
Who don't?
You know what I'm saying? But it was bad to where it's for the sport was the NBA was almost not gonna be a thing
I think
no more.
coke was legal back then.
Yeah, but it was almost not gonna be a thing. The NBA was gonna end. It was that bad. But when they come and they battling and they in the finals and they making the sport go up more and more. Cause my uncle that played at Mizzou, he'll tell you when they first started playing basketball, it wasn't how we grew up where we could idolize somebody, right? I can see Allen Iverson, and I want to be like AI, or I want to be like Kobe, I want to be like all these players.
Yeah.
My uncle and them didn't have that technically when they was growing up, so he born in late 50s. So when he growing up as a kid, they just playing.
Right.
They not even aware of the future of what it is.
Right.
It was more like basketball was just a new thing people are doing.
Right.
How we do TikTok, and that's how basketball was to them. It was just a new thing. It wasn't polarized like that.
Yeah, they didn't see it as a career the way you do now.
As it being that big, they never thought it would be like this.
Right.
They just thinking it's a new thing. It's a new sport. It's a sport that everybody's playing, but at that time, people was just taking it serious to where when Bird and Magic is okay, you seeing Dr. J merge, and it's all right, everybody trying to hoop now. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody, how we doing a podcast, we see somebody, okay, now I can get into this shit now. It's kind of was that type of situation. It wasn't oh, I want to be like Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm gonna play now. I might can do it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, they was just playing.
Man, that reminds me of the UFC back in '94 when it started.
See, I ain't never know that. I never knew when that started.
In '94.
That's
when
crazy.
We was born is when they
That's
just
crazy.
started. And that was when there was no rules, no weight classes, and it was a tournament style. You show up and you have to win. It was a tournament. Crazy. Them fights was crazy. Hey, you think I could have done that? No, sir. No, sir. Not when you got to face heavyweights.
200-pounder.
Nah, bro, I'm cool because I just know people try to say, oh, I don't care how big a person is.
Size
okay,
up.
so imagine if I took you and cloned you, but put about 50 pounds on you. You don't think
matter.
you're going to be able to beat your smaller self?
Yeah, it matters.
Well, you going to little bro your little self.
Yeah, especially if you got skill, it matters.
Yeah, so.
Size, man. Size, people man, size.
It's a factor. You got all types of factors, and that is a factor, a big one.
When I was in high school, we took down some big teams that had some size, that was pretty tall guys, but we had tall guys ourselves, but it was a unit though. That shit, when you playing against someone that's actually nice and they can't, and there's nothing you can really do but slow them down. It's just size, bro. It matters.
Yeah.
Matters, bro. Ask anybody that probably guard Kevin Durant.
So when it comes to a basketball team, or you know how they say that saying, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Is it like that for basketball? If you have a really crappy player on your team,
it don't. You only can play 5 at one time. You play your best 5.
But I'm saying, what if
you talking about
what if you ain't got it? You ain't got it.
Is a week.
I'm saying you ain't got a good strong 5. Say you got maybe a strong 3, and then the other 2 just ain't.
They ain't that. It could be hidden. It depends on how good the other 3 are.
Cause I feel the best. I don't know. I always thought if you have a really good player, he can really maneuver on the court and really get off shots and stuff. But then I see how quickly a team can pit double coverage on him and just shut his shit down. And if you don't have other good players to really move the ball around with, it's just
yeah. But it all that's on the coach at that point, because it's if you in a system of winning the game, everybody play their role. If it's a coach with a great game plan and everybody can stick to the game plan and play their role for the game plan, you can be in a position to win anytime. It's just you don't have to be the best to do your role. You might not be good at shooting. You might can't dribble, but you can stop a motherfucker from getting the bucket. You can try to stay in front of somebody. You can try to get rebounds.
Right.
You can try to dive on the floor for a loose ball. You can take a charge. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of other shit you can do. You don't have to score to be effective. You don't have to be the one dribbling and getting assists to be effective.
Right.
You could do the little shit.
You just gotta be.
You might be the person out there. We like to say, some players be like, hey, I got 5 fouls. That mean I'm finna come out here, play hard. I'm finna use all these motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
I might foul out,
Yeah.
but I'm finna give everything I got. That's all it is. Just do what you ask. Some players that aren't good, like in that way of like if it's 3 and then it's a 2, that's weak. That situation just be off of what are the coaches allowing. If y'all ain't got no game plan, of course they finna just sit out there because ain't nobody telling them nothing different. Ain't nobody being like, hey, do this, go stand. Like if I got 2 players that's the worst, both of y'all gonna stand in the corner. Y'all gonna be corner boys. Be ready to shoot. Other than that, if the ball come your way, you move opposite. So if he dribble towards you, you move up the court. You move to the wing. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like stay out his way, but just spot up, cut. You know what I'm saying? Use your time and knowing how to just stay spaced out on the floor. If you ain't able to do nothing offensively, know how to keep your spacing so that, you know, if it's a chance that we have to rely on you, you in the right position. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just coaching. Like that's the only way that happens. Like it don't affect nothing if everybody doing what they supposed to do. Because Allen Iverson didn't have no other scorers. He played against the Lakers. It literally was just him. But his team bought into the game plan. That's all it is. Not saying they suck, but just they didn't have no other scores.
So how much of basketball? So when they're moving the ball around, how much of that is like set drills opposed to just like moving the ball on the fly?
Are you talking about like the pacing like of like the style of like how they're playing during?
Like once you bring the ball down the court,
like do
like
we
I know,
run
like
plays?
all right, for example, in football, they like every time there's already a play every time. Like how much of it's like we kind of know how to like. I
get what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's more like so you got sets and you got plays. So sets is just a way to space everybody out. Like you got different sets. You might have a 4 out, 1 in. That means you got 2 people on each wing, and then you got 2 people in the corner. You got 1 person by the rim. You know what I'm saying? That's a 4 out, 1 in. So you got 4 outside, 1 inside. And you got a 5 out. You got 5 people. You got 1 person at the top, 2 on the wing, 2 in the corner. That's a 5 out. So that's a set. That's just spacing. That's not technically a play.
Right.
This is how we're going to space, and we might maneuver a different way. We might, if I got the ball at the top, he might cut. The other dude might slide into his spot. You know what I'm saying? It's not a play. It's just a set. We getting motion out of a set, but certain plays can be ran out of sets. So I can be in a 5 out, and I can actually set a play to get an open shot to where I can have him screen down and I could pass it to him. That could be a play. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about the timing of it. But sometimes in basketball, we out there just freelancing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Where we just hooping. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a moment like it's not a play every time you come down the court. That's most times when you just trying to get a good shot. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got nobody you can get it to that can just go get a bucket on their own. But most high schools and colleges run plays a lot though.
I feel like me personally, I'm more of like a dodgeball player. You know what I'm saying?
On the fly.
no, like I'm the type of person on a basketball court. If you try to throw me the ball and I'm not really ready, I'm be more likely to move out the way than to try to catch it.
It's too fast.
I'm the guy. Like man, when I play with people, they especially with the no look pass, they pass to me, they're not looking. I'm the type of person look, the ball hit my hands and then it hit the ground. I'd be like, what the hell? And then I see these guys like. I see teams that move the ball around very well. I'm like, dang, that's cold. And I just felt like that's really how you get openings and really get buckets because
that's called smart basketball. Efficient.
Right.
Less dribbles is better. Way better. Like what I work on with Willie, like with your son, less dribbles is better. Like when you dribble, if you need 8 dribbles to score, bro, you're not a scorer. It don't take that long. That's like if you fight, right?
Yeah.
How many punches do it take until you actually strike?
Shit, one.
See what I'm saying? You straight to it, right?
Well, you got your feints.
But I'm just saying you straight to it. It ain't too much. You ain't throwing punches away and then you only. It's like throwing 7 punches and you only strike once. You know what I'm saying? That's equivalent to dribbling the ball for 8 dribbles.
Right. Yeah. You doing too much.
Too much dribbling.
You ain't got to do all that.
All that do. Okay, damn. Are you shooting, passing? What are you finna do? Are you trying to go to the? What are you thinking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it got to be quicker. You got 3 dribbles to score. People be looking at me crazy like when I tell a 7th, 8th grader they got 3 dribbles, or I tell my 3rd and 4th graders they got 3 dribbles or 2 dribbles to do a certain drill. Nah, cause you don't need all that shit. If you can't get to it when you need to, and you call yourself trying to be a college player or NBA, or you trying to say you a bucket, it don't take all that. You should be able to get straight to what you want to do. If you serious about what you're doing.
So if you got 100, like 100, let's say, high school basketball players out of different schools or whatever, out of that 100, how many of them have what it takes to actually make it to the NBA?
Like 1, maybe.
For real?
Dead ass. It's very slim, bro. I went to school in St. Louis, and I only know, in St. Louis, I know you got Patrick McCaw, he was a pro. B.J. Young was a pro. Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum. Trying to think who else. It's probably like that actually still like that got drafted. Like it's like, but out of all the kids I know, it's like 5. You know what I'm saying? And this is me living there and knowing people all my life, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very like it's not.
Because I feel like a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to actually make it.
It's only 12 spots on the roster. Think about college. It's a lot of players that go to college, but everybody don't go D1. You know what I'm saying? It'll sound like a big number, but when you think about the world and how many people live.
What's D1?
Division 1. That's the highest level of college basketball. You got Division 1, 2, 3, NAIA. JUCO is right behind Division 1. Junior college, because junior college you get the 2-year. But
is SEMO D1 college?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like junior college is just places like 3 Rivers, Mineral Area. What else is junior college around here that you'll probably know of? Like State Fair, Mobley, like them all junior colleges, but they like big Division 1 schools still recruit junior colleges, because it's like junior colleges like to say like you get an extra 2 years of high school pretty much. You're not in high school, but you get to have like that college experience, but it's not like full force, and then you still get that extra. It's like an extra year to focus on, getting better and developing more. Or you may didn't have the grades coming out of high school, and then you go to junior college, get your credits right, so you can go to a Division 1. You know what I'm saying? So
where do the best basketball players come from as far as colleges across America?
I ain't gonna say college's best basketball players come from. To me,
I mean, like, what's the best
state?
The best, I guess I'm trying to I know, like, as far as academics go, everyone knows like the best colleges like Harvard,
the best.
Yale,
okay, like Duke, Duke, North Carolina, UConn, Baylor. These just I'm just naming them, not to, you know what I'm saying, but the powerhouses basically. Duke, all the big schools like that would be in like I wouldn't say like anything in the Big 12, anything in the SEC, ACC. Then you got schools like Gonzaga, you know what I'm saying, like on the West, like there's like schools that are always been ranked, but they kind of like small universities, but they, have to gain their respect as time went. You got Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, you know what I'm saying? So it's really it's so many high major schools. Them are high major schools. Wisconsin, Michigan State, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of schools, bro. Like, but it all depends on what fits you. It's different systems. You know what I'm saying? So I say any high major school that fit whatever that player want to do. You know what I'm saying? But you got mid majors too, like Butler. Trying to think who else would be a mid major. Like Gonzaga used to be a mid major, but I'll just say they like a high major now. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been ranked top 5 all the time and stuff like that. But SEMO is a low major. You know what I mean? They could potentially be a high major, a mid major.
So how much of becoming like an NBA player, how much of it is talent? Like, do you have to like be physically?
I think it's hard work ethic and skill. Talent only gonna get you so far. You gotta put some work. You gotta have some kind of work ethic and skill. To me, I don't think talent really matter in it. Like some people have gotten there off of that, but like, well, most of them are talented nowadays because they're young as hell. So that means they have natural ability. In the NBA draft you off your potential, not kind of like it. It really what you doing right now matters, but it's real more so like where you going. You know what I'm saying? Your potential. You really drafted off potential. Because they drafting a lot of like 18, 19-year-olds that ain't really, some of them not even ready.
Right.
You know, so like that's pretty much talent. Your talent can get you there, but it might not get you on the court if you don't got great work ethic and skill development. You got to work on your shit. Like you can't, you know, you could be good. Like I'm sure it's a kid right now. Your son in 8th grade, right? Mm-hmm. It's a kid right now that's probably like that'll look way better than your son, right? But if he ain't in the gym, by the time they're juniors, your son gonna be the better player. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be like, damn, yeah, that's really how this shit work. Like for real, like.
So, and fighting, they say there's a saying that fighting is like 90% or 95%, something like that, mental, meaning it's not so much about your
physical
attributes, because at the end of the day, if you're getting into if you're fighting if you're a professional fighter, you're gonna be in great shape. You're gonna have a decent speed, decent strength.
You're gonna be
just like the
have
other
what
guy.
You need to be there.
And on top of that, you in the same weight class, so you're not gonna be fighting someone that's way bigger, way stronger, way faster.
Every fight is
So it really comes down to your mental understanding of the game.
Focus.
Is basketball the same way?
Yes. Like, if you don't know shit, bro, it's damn near impossible to be out there, bro. Especially if you playing with people that actually know the game. It's tough. Like, it's not. Because with basketball, like, you have to mentally know what's going on. Like, your focus have to be there somewhat. You have to know something. You can't just be a loose nut out there. You know what I'm saying?
How deep do the levels go as far as, like, techniques? Because, like, for example, in fighting, even just one thing like boxing or just kicks or just grappling, like, man, there's just so many techniques, especially in grappling. Like, there's so many techniques.
That's muscle memory, though. All you doing, like, when you doing that, something happened in the fight to where instinctively you know what to do immediately.
Well, the only way it's gonna be muscle memory is if you drill it and you know it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where the technique come in.
So I'm asking, like, all right, so let's, for example, like, say trying to cross somebody over, like, how many different ways can you cross somebody?
I mean, it just depends on the defender and how he guarding you. You know what I'm saying? A crossover is not technically always a crossover. Like,
well, when when I say crossover, I mean like getting past them. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
getting
like
around.
A move. Yeah. Like, but it's a million ways. It's not a million literally, but it's literally a lot of ways that it's all off reacting. Like, that's why I drill. The way I drill, I do it analysis based, meaning I'm gonna drill what you already can semi do. You know what I'm saying? I can see your strengths. And I can see your weaknesses. I'm not gonna drill your weaknesses. I'm gonna drill your strengths. So I'm gonna beat it into your head, like, pause. But I'm gonna keep making you do the same drill over
What's
and
with this
over.
pause shit? Why everyone be saying that now?
It sounded crazy.
Every video,
I got younger kids I train, so like everything just be a pause.
I don't even understand what's the purpose of saying it though. I was training some this 14-year-old the other day, and I was saying something to him, and he was like, "Pause."
Yeah, they crazy. With
I'm
it,
like,
bro.
"What the? What,
Like,
I'm like, what? Pause? What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it's like you can't say nothing. It's like however you say it, you gotta watch how you say it. These little dudes
No.
funny, man. They
I guess.
way different than what we were at 14. For real.
Like, pause. I'm like,
Yeah, they just say
look,
it's
don't
like,
don't say that when I'm talking, all right? Because I don't have like don't keep that to yourself.
hey, it gotta grow on me.
Because it's basically saying like you were thinking of something freaky, like what you said sounds freaky, right? So it's
Yeah,
like
but it's like pause.
if you're thinking
it's like
freaky,
a joke. It's like a running joke.
It's a joke.
It's
Yeah,
a
I guess
running
that's
joke.
what it is.
That's
yeah.
all it is. But it's like they take it to they just like they kind of make a joke. It's like that's their way of kind of joking with you for real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they fuck with you if they joking with you.
Okay.
But like with the technique of it is just doing the drill 24/7, bro. Like pretty much like we might work on these same things the whole workout, but I might show you 5 different ways to use it or 5 different ways what you can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's pretty much what it is, technique, and it's all muscle memory. Once you get in the game, it's gonna come a situation where you gonna have to use this move. You know
So
what I'm
it
saying?
seems
and
to me
it's instinctively, not you can't plan it.
So I guess it sounds like you have more the mindset of, because like you said I'm gonna work on your strengths, not your weaknesses. I guess you have the mindset more like be very good at a few things instead of trying to do a whole bunch of shit.
Be good at what you could be good at.
Right, exactly.
If you focusing on your weakness, it's a weakness for a reason. I mean, you lying 9 out of 10, it's gonna get stronger, but it's still gonna be
right.
It can be it won't ever be better than your best. You know what I'm saying? My weakness could be, my weakness could be dribbling on my left hand, right? That's something I can get stronger with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's never going to be stronger than my right hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the best is to just maximize your strengths. Like, every superhero can't do every fucking thing.
See, that's something I realized.
Like, Batman couldn't do shit for real, but he had everything.
The man had that tool belt.
He had everything. He couldn't, but it was a lot he couldn't do. He wasn't strong like Superman.
Nah,
that's what I'm saying. You gotta use your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Use what you're strong at. Use what you can. Focus on what you could do right now. Because you spending that time on your weaknesses, your strengths could start decreasing. Because you focus on you trying to. That's like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, I can get better year to year at taking the jump shot. I don't always have to hit the shit, but I can get better at making it. But right now, I'm a rim bully. What I'm going to stop with working for it? Like, what's working? Like, you can't stop me getting to the rim. Why would I spend the whole summer shooting jumpers? Yes, I can, but 9 out of 10, I've never been making them my whole life, pretty much. So why decrease my strengths trying to focus on a weakness?
So when you
not saying don't work on your weaknesses, but just do a second call.
So how much, if you want to really be like a guy that makes it to the league, NBA, and then I know you know other sports too, so even like NFL, do you really have to have like an immense love for that sport?
Hell yeah.
Or can you just like
no, can't like it. You gotta. How can you deal with something every day? Your wife, right? Shit. Your wife, you love her, right?
Hey, motherfuckers be getting up and going to that same factory till they 60. I mean,
I'm saying, but you love your wife, right?
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
When you love something, it don't feel like that. It don't feel like it's too much. It don't feel like it's every day.
Right.
It's something you genuinely want to do. It ain't everything else.
So you gotta have that passion for it.
You gotta have that passion, because if you like it, you're gonna be quick to quit. It ain't gonna matter. You ain't gonna go that hard.
Right.
You're gonna be like, yeah, whatever, this shit.
Because that's why I asked my son when he said he want to play basketball. I asked him, I said, do you want to just play for fun, or do you want to try to make this a career because like you really like love it?
Yeah, I think he do, because I could tell how he listens. Like when younger people are receptive to information, like when little kids, when you get on to them, they don't understand. They just like, I'm doing it wrong. But when they like 13 to 14, it's like, damn, I messed up. So what I'm doing wrong? And then you telling them like, okay. So you saying when he reverses back to you, like, so you saying I should do it this way, or when they know they fucked up, it's like, all right, what you do wrong? I wasn't staying low, and I had my. That mean you getting it, you listening, you getting it, you holding yourself accountable. you get to hold yourself accountable, you want that shit. Cause when I ain't gonna lie, when I was young, I first started training my dad, bro. I hated that shit. For the most part, I ain't hold myself accountable.
Is it because it's your dad?
No, it's just because I never worked that hard in my life. Like when I played ball, I was always a gym rat without a gym. So that means I was next to a basketball rim and I always had a ball.
Yeah.
Like I love basketball. So when I went with my dad, I think I was like in the 8th grade. The first time I ever trained, it was like 8th grade going into my freshman summer. And it was a group of us. Me, I was so tired, bro. Only person I remember that was there was my dad, Jason Tatum dad, Jason. But it was a group of us, but me and him was like the youngest ones in the group. Like, so I'm like going into the 9th, he going into the 6th grade. Mind you, he like 6 foot in the 6th grade already.
Damn.
So it's my first time ever working out, bro. I'm working out. I've never, like the drills I had, it was probably something similar to that, but we going, like my dad, like it was, back then it was so much more intense because we never did it before. So it's like, you never saw nobody doing it. So it was like, bro, by the time to end the workout, bro, he had his office. I was in there asleep. Like, I was like, dog, tired. But I remember during the training session, we doing one-on-one drills. Like, we finally get to go against each other or whatever. I never trained. So by that point of the workout, bro, like I'm dog tired. Like, I can't even do stuff I can normally do.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't even feel like. So I went to the rim one time and Jason blocked my shot. He like, you let Lil J block your shot. He in the 5th grade. He's like, he in the 5th grade. I'm like, damn, he is. He like fucking 4 inches taller than me. Like, it was crazy though. It was just weird. Like, I'll never forget. That was my first time really meeting him. He like blocked my shot. He was in the 5th grade. I was like, damn. But I was so tired. I never worked that hard.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like training from the jump. Like, but I knew I was getting better though.
Who does?
Bruh, I knew I was getting better.
Man, who does?
Yeah. That shit was
exhausting.
But that was only for like a summer. And then I actually moved up there the next year after my freshman year. And then that's when it was serious. That's when it became 5 days a week. Like one time I tried to skip training. Like I had football practice. I'm like, I don't got my shorts. My dad like, fuck that. You still gonna train. I had on football pants. I had left my shoes and everything, but me and him wear the same size. So he gave me his shoes and made me train in my football pants. Like,
wow.
Yeah. I didn't try to do all type of shit. Like leave my shoes at home when we had
Didn't work.
6 o'clock workout in the morning before school. I had wore some Chucks at school. He like, well, you could train in the Chucks. I'm like, bro, this nigga crazy. Like, I used to try to do anything to get out of it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I could never. But the older I got, like my junior, senior, he held me accountable. Like, I started holding myself accountable. He'd be like, you going to training? I'd be like, I don't know. Oh, that's on you. Nobody ain't calling. Nobody ain't calling for you to go to school. Nobody checking for you. Don't. Hey, that's on you.
It's funny. I just told my son this other day. I said, hey, look, you see how I'm calling you, asking me, like, look, I sent you the training schedule you sent me. I sent it to him. I said, you got it. So I shouldn't have to call you and text you, hey, you want to go train today. If you ain't calling and texting me, then it's like, psh,
you don't want it. So what I'm supposed to do?
I'm busy too.
Yeah.
I got shit. I'll be training myself.
Yeah,
I got fights coming up. Like
facts.
I'm not. So it's like you got. And then also another reason is because I know if I call my son and ask him, hey, do you want to go to basketball practice?
Say, yeah.
Hey, do you want to go to jiu-jitsu class? Hey, do you want to come box? He's just gonna say yes. Yeah. He's gonna do it because
that's how
how it is. So.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, I need to see, like, you actually want to do this, because if you don't want to, I damn sure don't want to be taking you, because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a little 3rd grader that's pretty good. He was like, he didn't want to be. He's like, I don't feel like it today. His mom was hot. She was like, I'm happy I ain't hear you say that. Like, I'm like, you can't, but he want to go to the NBA. He got big, playing, like, for a 3rd grade, I want to be a middle school All-American. He want all these things.
Yeah.
And it's like, he can get it, but it's more so you can't have that mindset, like, I don't want to do it today.
I mean, you're always going to.
You are.
You always going to have
that
say
that out
voice
loud.
Like
you can't carry it, though.
You don't need to go to the gym today.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to be like, nah, look, bro, I'm the type, like,
yeah, you can't carry it.
I lied to myself. Like, because fighting, you be really, really beat up. You're not just sore, like you're beat up. So I'll lie, like
the training is treacherous.
I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take it light today. I know damn well once I get going, ain't gonna be no light.
It ain't gonna be no.
It ain't gonna be no light.
You don't know how.
So I just.
They got it though.
But yeah, you're always gonna have them days, and then sometimes on them days you do need to rest.
Yeah,
there are days you do need to rest.
Bro, I tell them you can't not want to. If you do, you don't want to, still want to.
Right.
Think about it like, damn, I don't want to, but when I get in here, I might not want to do this, but when I tell my girl all the time, some days I wake up and I gotta go to training. That day I be like, man, I don't really like feel physically wanting it. But once I'm on them in between them lines, it's business.
Yeah,
like, I'm turned up. I'm with it. We sweating, we going hard. So like, yeah, you can't not want to do this shit.
Right.
Like, I got a high schooler. We hoop at 9, so we hoop and then I make him train. Once we done, like we might do some shooting. Man, I'm tired. Like I can't stand. I'm tired too. Shit, I was at work last night. I got up 7 o'clock just to be here for you. Y'all, you don't think I'm tired? And I'm finna go to work when I leave here at 7. I'm going to work tonight. You don't think I'm tired? You finna go home. You got your Saturday. You ain't got school. You could go home, play video games, eat candy, snacks and shit.
Yeah.
I got to go home and go to sleep.
Right.
Come right back to it, and then Sunday I'm off, and then Monday, guess what? I'm right back in the gym with one of y'all.
Right back.
I'm here for y'all.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I be tired.
Yes.
I work a real job. I don't just do this. You know what I'm saying? And I got stuff I got to do too. So everybody tired.
Yeah.
Y'all kids, y'all should be tired, though. You got to just lock in. This is all it is, though. Like, some of them just don't understand the seriousness of it. I think the limelight of it, like getting there, it's like, oh, I could do this. The attention. Kids love it. This era generation just like the attention.
Yeah.
You have kids come to the gym and just, oh, I'm in here with coach.
Yeah.
But when you show the actual training, they like, man, I can't do this shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't really want to be here. But you want to show everybody you came and got some work, but then you don't come back again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just come in here, it don't make you better. You got to want to be here. You got to work on this shit. And you got to work outside of this. You got to be a student. You can't be, this ain't no after school program.
Right.
This shit, you got to be a student. I mean, you got to put the right shit in your body. You got to eat right. You got to think right. You got to sleep right. You got to train right. You don't have no time to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't get that. Like, I'm not going to say every kid has that because that's something you can't teach. You know what I'm saying? The extra.
You got to be a psychopath when it comes to being, if you want to be a professional athlete, you got to be crazy.
Believe it or not, it's kids that are like that, bro, that are like 3rd, 4th grade that really like, man, I got a little girl that's really like that. Like, her mom be like, she's crazy. I be like, yeah, she locked in, though. Like, she want it. She love this shit.
That's crazy.
She love it. She love it. When you love it, bro, it's different. You like, that's how I was. That's what I love about a lot of the kids I train. They love this shit. That's the only thing I think that I have different. I can say that's for me. Like, I don't know if every trainer feels that, but I know that 95% of the kids that I got love this shit. They might be a little shaken up when we first start because, I'm on them, but, like, they love it. Like, I can tell they drawn to it. They love this shit. Like, they really love this shit, and they believe in me, and because I believe in them. So, I know they love this shit. Like, if I can't do nothing with you if you don't love this, if your kid don't love basketball or just taking it as, oh, my mama make me, don't send them. Don't make them come.
I can tell you enjoy teaching.
Yeah, don't make them come. Because this is, I'm going to get it out of you.
I'll be seeing you on the court. I can tell you love it.
The new kid today that was with your son, he was like, he was telling his mom he's scared. He's scared. I'm like, what you scared of? He pointed at me. I said, you scared of me? He was like, yeah. I was like, why you scared of me for? He like, I don't know. I'm like, because you know I'm going to make you work hard. You can feel it, don't you? You know I ain't going to play with you. He's like, yeah, kind of. I'm like, yeah, I ain't going to play with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I was on him.
Yeah.
He's like, man, like, some kids can handle it, but, like, I don't be bearing on them. It's more like extra motivation.
Yeah.
Come on, Willie. You know you ain't do that one right, man. Come on, man. Come on. Like we every possession. Like every time you go dribble up to that, whatever we doing, we got something to say to you. Me and my cousin Latrell, we got something to say to you. Like he helped so much. Crunchy, we call him, his nickname Crunchy, but he helped so much.
Crunchy?
Yeah, his grandma gave him that nickname.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Apart from eating.
No, I think he was just like how he was as a baby. Like I guess she's like, you're a crunch. Like you know how old folks say something like you're a crunchy baby. Like you know what I'm saying. It was just and it kind of stuck with him. So like, just called him Crunchy, but his real name was Latrell Scott McClunley. But he helped a lot. And then like he a big kid too. So like the kids are kind of like we great role models for kids. Like as far as like just bringing that environment. We trying to push you. We both got our story of how things was from Charleston, so we got we saw a lot of athletes not have this, you know what I'm saying, this exposure to be able to train and have someone that actually is hands on. I notice it's a lot of trainers around here, but they not hands on like that, like how we are. Like we stop you, we technical. All right, look, this is where you got to do this. Just why? You can't tell why, or it can't make sense to why if you just got me drilling and I'm still standing up and doing all this wild shit. You know it don't look right.
Yeah, that's what we call the cookie cutter approach.
We know it will look right. Like, I just had a new high school kid that came. His dad was like, as soon as we started drill, he saw the difference automatically. He said, bro, I see exactly what the issue is. Like, why he was doing what he was doing before we came here. Like, it's like you fixed it, and then I saw how it looked different. Like, same way with Willie. Your son to be dunking next year by the summer if he just continues to stay low.
Hold on, I got to dunk.
Listen, he athletic as
I can't let
fuck,
him be
bro.
dunking and I can't dunk.
He athletic as hell. Like, it's like your athleticism, but he's a hooper.
Yeah. See, when I was his age,
he's just a natural hooper.
I wasn't that tall and scrawny.
Yeah, he lanky.
Yeah, I wasn't like that.
He dribbled from, bruh. He could take one dribble at the free throw line and gather. That shit is crazy. Like, it's not easy to do that. Like, I can do that. I'm super athletic, but like, for someone that never worked on that game, is just like a raw basket. He's what we call a raw player. That's just playing off raw ability. Like,
yeah, because he's only played at Notre Dame, and look,
this is how many years have we been playing basketball? Organized, like 1 or 2.
This will be his second one.
See what I'm saying?
They ain't really
So he never even played before 2 years ago.
Nah, man.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. He's raw. That mean that's like he's a late starter. Like, he's just raw. That mean he really, all his mechanics. He like a old school that you find with a good body, but he just you just gotta put the motor, like you just gotta put he got the motor, all that. You just gotta put all his little wires together, you know what I'm saying, and just get him on the road, let him get used to riding. No homo. You know what I'm saying?
See, when he was young, he played like T-ball and baseball.
He an athlete.
And then I put him into Taekwondo and then wrestling and jiu-jitsu, so he's always been doing something.
Yeah, you can tell how his athleticism, he's strong with his movements, but that's why I was telling you, get that calisthenics on him. Start getting him with some mobility with his abs, because you do that with him for like 3 months, or you're going to keep doing it, but like after 3 months, you'll see results. He'll be turning them out. Like, he don't even know how high he's jumping. He curl his arms up, so when he go to the rim, he landing up, but if he extend his arm out, like just straight out.
Yeah. I seen you tell him that the other day, and he had like even when it was just a slight
right, he
bend,
already at the backboard,
yeah,
hand over the rim. He just don't know how to gather, and so we gonna start working on like his gathering. Just I'm gonna do some simple shit, just where you just gonna catch, gather, and probably use Crunchy and make him go over the top of him and just get used to extending his arm over people. Cause 8th grade right now, shit, his mom family pretty tall.
No.
It's just you.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Even my dad's way shorter than me, but I got like some tall uncles.
So it's in there.
Yeah.
But I think man, I'm telling you, the mixed kids end up being tall as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I think he gonna be taller. Like, just his legs ain't growing to his feet and shit. You know, you could tell like how he moving. He
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He
Like a
can't
stick,
really
he
bend-
like a stick
Yeah,
figure.
he can't bend his knees for real. Like you be like, you can bend your knees, you feel comfortable. Like,
Yeah, and he's got some knee problems. Apparently, because he's been growing so fast or
Still
something. I'm like, what? I never had nothing like that when I was young.
I got a cousin that's in the 8th grade that I train with. He raw like him, just like him. They the same age. They big as hell. Like my cousin bigger than him though. You see this dude, you gonna be like, bro, NFL,
Yeah.
NFL. But he wanna hoop. He don't wanna play football. Like I ain't gonna tell him like, hey, this the sport, you know, because he'd be a good hooper too if you know he keep working. But like, bro, he an NFL. He got an NFL body.
So what pays more, NBA or NFL?
NBA.
What, the top athletes in NBA?
NFL only you get incentives. That means you gotta like they might put on your contract. You gotta have this many touchdowns to get this extra paper.
No.
Yeah. Like NBA, you can get some guaranteed money, bro, before you do anything. NBA giving people 200, 300 million, bro.
What about the guys that aren't the top players, but they're like just the bottom, like
I
not the
mean,
starting five, just like the.
Think about the players that is like that in football. They practice players. They don't get work. You better off being a practice player in the NBA. You better off being on the NBA bench than to be on a practice team in the NFL. And practice team is basically being on the bench. You don't get to play. You might. I don't even know if you dress out. You might.
So do you have to go through college to get to the NBA, or you can go straight from high school?
Well, now since the thing my dad work at, like he's lead skill development coach at Overtime Elite. So with that, it's like a high school basketball league. They do a draft combine, like for the like how the NBA would do a combine.
Yeah.
They draft juniors, seniors, and I think players that are finna be like after this. You get 1 year after your senior. So they draft you. They can draft you in their league, and you play in this league amongst other teams that got other players that's drafted, like the Thompson twins. One of them play for the Rockets and stuff like that. So with this league, they sending players from this league to the NBA because it's players like Carmelo Anthony.
Dang. So they are skipping college.
Yeah, but it's more like the Overtime Elite league is like they play a schedule with other high school and like prep kids kind of type, and they go play like in what's it called, the basketball tournament. You know how they had a big TBT where they go play, where it's like a big basketball tournament, all these colleges, right? These like college alumni, like grown men, they go play in this tournament and win $1 million.
Okay.
So over time, put a team in there and it be high school kids, but they have like other pros on there with them. Like they'll have some grown-ups on there with them, but it be majority high school kids, and they go play all over the world too. I think my dad went to where did they go? I don't know. It was like somewhere like don't get me lying. I think I want to say Germany or some shit like that. But they be a little bit of everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a big high school league that's sending kids to the NBA. So technically, if you can get in that league, you can go from there. So technically, no, you don't have to. But you can go to college from there as well. So
I seen a few years back that they changed the law because they had a law to where the college athletes couldn't like get sponsorships and get paid.
And the NIL.
Yeah, they changed that. So now I guess the college athletes can actually make some money because you had a lot of these college athletes that don't come from really good households, and you know they need some
it can
money.
happen in high school. You can start your NIL in high school. Depending on how big of a name you are as a high school player, you just basically making money from your likeness.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a Doritos commercial if you want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tight.
Yeah, you remember the kid with one arm that was playing basketball?
No.
Well, it's a kid named Hanson Emmanuel. It's a dude from Charleston named DeMarcus Sharp. I'm going to have to he'll be a good interview for you for sure.
Okay.
But he overseas right now. I don't think he come back until like May. But he played with this dude named Hanson Emmanuel, and before he went to college, he had already had an Adidas sponsor. He did a commercial for Adidas with J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? So like it's all about your likeness and how you can get things done. So like that's why what I'm trying to do here in Missouri for our area, like as far as starting a AU team for 3rd and 4th graders to start building, because I know I got Bradley Bill Elite connections and stuff where I can actually put light on some kids. Like, I know people where I can be like, hey, you need to check this kid out. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as just pushing on, like, check this kid out, check this kid out. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like I'm trying to pipeline to that AAU team, try to get some more kids from here to play on bigger AAU teams, or even, you know, getting a shot with OTE, getting kids put in the combine so they can, you know, try to see if they, you know, can be in that or play in that. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to get a following. Like, it's not just on my word. The kid still has to do everything they have to do and still be, you know, good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
It's crazy now, like the era we're living in. Like, your following online is going to determine a lot of things in your career.
Yeah,
Simple
like
as
being
that.
good, but I feel like if you're good, it's gonna happen for you. Be good first.
Yeah.
Don't worry about, like, the following can come, but if you gotta have something.
Oh, if you're good, it's gonna come.
Yeah, you gotta have something for it. Like, that's why I tell some of my parents now with some of the kids that are trying to do those type of things. So I mean, I got kids that just want to go to college. You know what I'm saying? That's not really too fond of, like, that doesn't care too much about the OTE or the big AAU team. They just trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? But with those with the big goals, start creating your following, start vlogging, vlog your workouts. Show how you go to workout every day.
Yeah.
It's that simple. People gonna watch that.
Right.
Kids this age just see, oh damn, he go to the gym every day. What little kid works this fucking hard?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Vlog. Like, your son, he go to the gym, vlog it. He got the gym, or he running, he will run a mile, vlog it.
Yeah, I need to start. I haven't done any
'Cause
vlogs in a while. This is the only filming I've really been doing.
He in the 8th grade right now, so his ceiling is still, him being raw, he has a lot of time to get better. But the thing is, he has to use that time. Like, he need to be in the gym as much as he can. Like, he need to touch a basketball every day, productively.
Right.
Not playing little games with your friends. I'm talking about
Yeah.
productively. Do something that helps you every day, and then it'll change fast. Like, it can really happen overnight, bro. Sports really work that way when you work hard.
Right. Well, I know
Work hard and apply.
I know.
You
See,
gotta
and,
apply.
and it's different for some people because it's like that, and that comes back to the talent. Like, there's some people say I'm trying to, like, all right. Some people I try to teach them their stance, they can get it down quick, and then other people it's like, dude, 3
You gotta
months
break it
in,
down.
we're still working on your stance. Is like.
You don't want it.
And then some people, no, it's not that. Dude, you can see it in their eye. They want it. It's just mechanically they just don't figure it out that quick. Where some people do, or one person. All right, say one person, I can show them how to throw a nice snapping jab, and they get it like that. But it takes forever for them to get their hooks. And then I got another person where they're good at hooks and uppercuts quick, but their jab is just. It just ain't. They just ain't feeling it. So
is it another way? Like, so when it be like that for us, it's like, so if I got so we got different levels. We got like intermediate, then we got beginner, then we got elite, and then you got like pro. You know, and so up.
yeah,
Right? So like if a person can't do something at a beginner stage, I'm gonna send you to intermediate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like you. I'm breaking it down at this level.
intermediate comes after beginner.
Well, yes, pretty much. So I'm gonna send you back down to beginner. So like,
Right.
anytime like you don't get something, and it's like, if you're not getting the way I'm breaking it down, I'm gonna send you down so where they break it down a little bit more broken, like a little bit more dumbed down.
You
like,
have to.
I don't know if like with fighting, it's probably not
It's
that
the exact.
simple. It's the same way.
It's the same way. So, for example,
So they not getting it on the breakdown, like after the breakdown.
if I'm trying to show you how to do a jab cross,
Yeah.
and you step with each punch, and you're just you can't do it. Well, I'm gonna take away the steps, and let's just do the hands, okay? And then you get that part down. I try to add the steps back in. You can't get it.
So I'll
Okay,
take
I'm
away the
gonna
hands.
I'm gonna take away the hands.
Yeah.
Now you just gotta do the steps. So yeah, you have to break a lot of things down.
Yeah, I do that. Like, your son to tell you, I do that. That's where I special. That's where I'm like, people be like, you can't. When people train with people, they want to come do all the, like, they got a bag. You don't have a bag until you have the fundamentals. If you can't fundamentally do a crossover, why the fuck would I show you?
You gotta have the fundamentals to
Two
get funky.
between the. Why would I show you 20, but crossover? you can't even do. You gotta do certain stuff right. Like
Yeah.
it's
That's like your first day coming to the dojo. I'm like, all right, here's we're gonna work on spinning hook kicks. Like this dude he can't even throw a round high. He can't even throw a regular kick, let alone so all that fancy stuff.
Yeah,
First
like,
of all, you know how, even if I can hold this pattern, like me for example, I can throw a pretty nice spinning hook kick. You know how hard it is to land that in the fight?
Yeah.
So it's just like dunking.
Timing, yeah.
Like you might be able to dunk every time you try, but in the game,
I
it's
like
gonna be
to
hard
say
to dunk
this,
on a
if
person.
you do not dunk, don't try to do that shit in my drills. Don't fuck my shit up trying to do and I also like to coach this too, cause some kids are so animated to the video. Like you could tell what kids actually watch basketball and actually just play video games, or like most of these kids don't watch the whole game. That's like you watch the fight, right? You watch the whole fight. These kids watch the highlights.
Man, I watch the fight. I'll watch the same dude. I'll slow it down in slow motion. I'm looking at everything, foot positioning, how bent his knees are, his hips,
studying,
his shoulders, his chin, like which direction his knuckles are rotated, like everything.
You being a student, you know, like these kids really just watch the highlights. Like one time, one of my kids came to the gym, was like, "Hey, Bronny was killing last night." I'm like, Bronny was not killing. He had 2 highlights.
Yeah.
But it's like he saw the highlights.
Yeah.
That's all the highlights was about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, did you watch the whole game? Nah. It's like, but how was he killing? He didn't even watch the game. He could have been out. The highlights he got, them probably was the best highlights. No clout to Bronny though. Like I like Bronny, but like he could have did 7 other things wrong during the whole game. He probably, got his highlights, but it could have been things on the court where like, what is he doing right there? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you gotta watch the whole game. These kids kind of like don't. They just so predicated on the highlights. They'll come in training and do unrealistic shots. I like to call it. I tell them, do realistic stuff. Like if you don't do the move right and then get to the rim and shoot it back, like do a 360 layup, like be realistic. Like for real, like kids will do crazy things, bro. You'll be like, hey, take realistic shots. Or sometimes they don't want to go hard. They want to be lazy, like just go through the motions. And then when it's time for us to do one-on-ones and it's somebody competing and they going hard and you trying to go hard and you can't do nothing, it's because you're not used to going hard. It's like if you train in a fight and you just going through the motions, and then when it's time to get in there and you going full speed and you can't connect, you can't do shit, it's because you don't train that way.
Yeah, man. When you train, you got to use maximum effort.
Man.
Because, you can be real lazy.
Yeah.
First thing you're going to do to be lazy is stand up taller, not bend your knees. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing.
And then fast pace, once you speed up the way you doing that in slow, you stand up straight and then slow pace, but then you do it fast pace, you stand up straight, don't fucking knock you the fuck out.
Right.
Because that's how your training habits, you're using the bad habits, but you're putting them in real time speed. You thinking that since I'm physically here doing this, I'm getting better. Just because you go to work don't mean you finna move up and be a manager.
Right.
You got to do something to stand out. You got to work harder. You got to do a little extra work. Like, you're going to sweat. Like, we did a camp, and the kids didn't expect to work that hard. I did a camp for, can't think of their names. FFL Ministries out of Jackson. I did a camp, and it was like a bunch of kids. And I could tell, like, they wasn't ready for what was about to happen. By the end of it, one of them was, like, crying. Like, he was still doing it. He was just like, but I'm like, you got to stay low. He never worked that hard in his life. You know what I'm saying? But it's like.
Legs was like jello.
Man, he was crying. But it's like, you got to work hard.
Yeah.
If you don't listen and you don't apply it as we're trying to. If you listen to me, I'm telling you the simple things, just apply it. And everything else is going to work. Like I tell your son, when he first came, he was listening, but sometimes they get in their ways where it's like, okay, I hear you, but I'm gonna try it, but I'm gonna have try it. I'm like, look, trust me. Trust me. When you do it this way, it's gonna work.
You gotta focus.
it was something I told him. He trusted what I was saying. And he did it. He looked at me. He was like, yeah. I was like, see what I'm saying? You trust me now? He like, yeah. Ever since then, it's just like, all right, I got you. I get it. Like, and it take that sometimes. But sometimes they be in their ways where it's like, that shit hard. You tripping. I can tell they don't say it, but it's like, man, this shit, I'm tired. Like, you tripping. Yeah. Like, nah. Like, my third grader, we had him doing a literally NBA drill. Like, a lot of drills be, like, dumbed down, but they kind of be, like, from NBA style. Like, these are all drills I done did. I wasn't no little kid when I was doing it. I was in high school and college.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to show you no little kid stuff. Like,
right.
Even when you working with, for real, you could be third grade. I can't, like, with Crunchy, he starts off, he do the beginners. So when they ready, send them, they get to come in mines. But if you come in mine and you want to have something, I'm going to send you back down there to him.
Yeah.
But it's harder down there with him because he focused on strictly ball handling. So when you beginner ball handling, that means you finna be dribbling with one hand. But however long we feel, like if you gonna half-ass and stand, we say bend your knees, you're not bending your knees, well, you gonna stand there dribbling, standing up until you bend your knees.
Yeah, the other day when Willie was at your training session, I look over at him and he's rubbing his arm. I said, yeah, his arm getting sore from all that drilling.
Oh yes, you ain't gonna want to do no shooting once we done.
Man,
no.
Oh my
but
God,
it's making you stronger.
Yeah,
and then when you get in the game, bro, you're not gonna be tired.
That's what you want. Yeah, that's what you want when you train. If you train, you not getting tired. That's like me, bro. Like when I wake up in the morning and I start my day, if I'm not like, God,
yeah, damn, I went too hard.
If everything ain't sore, I'm like, oh, I ain't work hard enough.
Hey,
like I'm playing around. I'm BSing. Like I got more in the tank.
Man, I swear, bro, that's how it's supposed to be. If you not tired, like when we see they get tired, oh yeah, we finna push you harder. Like, yeah, you tired. Oh, you tired? You ain't tired. Come on, you good? You gotta push through this. Like my dad was. I just saw a video. My dad was saying he trained Paige Becker and this Fly J. He trained them, and he was like the training was based upon when you get tired and how to keep your rhythm, your ball, tired ball handling. So like I do the same thing but they be like second, first, third grade. You know, they dribble, switch, dribble. But you gotta stay low. If you don't stay low, we gonna be down here all night. Or you can't go to the next part until you do this part right. Then once you do that, we keep working up. But the more you keep listening, you're gonna see results. And then when you come to me, I'm gonna have you doing stuff, and it's gonna be quick. You're gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? You ready to go at my speed now. You know what I'm saying? But Crunchy finna kill you. You don't want to go see him because he finna kill your arms. Like if you don't want to get all right, man, you finna go down with the kids, man. You playing. You finna be dribbling with one hand for 45 seconds probably until he feel, and then he got little drills where they go to the cone. They had the drill to the cone, dribble back, dribble to the cone, dribble back, then switch hands. Dribble. It's very tiring. Yeah, it's like bringing that old school, like parents love it. Like, man, we love that you hands on. Like you don't baby them. Like you don't sit there and just, okay, that's good. All right, we're gonna go 3 times. All right, we're gonna go 3 times this way. Now, when I get to doing that, I'm like, we're gonna go 3 times this side. I'm gonna let you do it 3 times. They'll do it 3 times. I'll be like, one more time.
Hey, look, the other day I was like, this man said one more time about 50 times. I said, I like that. That's how I like. Hey, but look, there's one thing about when you say to a person one more time, they're gonna try harder than if they think they got to do it 10 more times.
Mm-hmm. You say 10 more,
they're like, oh my God. You say one more time, they're gonna try real hard.
I got a drill that it's crazy. Like, so like we'll do a drill, like a shooting drill where I did do it together, right? And they might go touch the wall, shoot, boom, one person here. I'm like, everybody make it. So everybody make it. I'm like, everybody keep shooting until everybody miss. Everybody shoot until everybody, like, so if it's me, you, him, and her, and we all shooting, I hit, you hit, he hit, she miss. Then we keep shooting until she make it. Then when she make it, now everybody keeps shooting until everybody miss. So that means if you make it, we not gonna stop until everybody miss. But then if everybody miss, I remember like, shit, everybody make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a mind thing. It's like, damn, But that's how the game be sometimes. Like, you
Right.
might score a bucket. They might score a bucket. You might miss. They might score another bucket. You might hit a bucket. But it might be the end of the game, and it's going like, sometimes shit get out of control.
Man, it be
You
down
gotta
to the wire too at the end of games. Like
You
it
gotta-
seems like
it's-
so many games that end up it all come down
and you
to
be
one shot.
dog tired.
One
bro.
shot is gonna make or break the game.
I remember one time at AAU, I missed a free throw to win the game,
Mm.
bro. Like, it was AAU, it was summer basketball, but it was just like, I couldn't sleep, bro. Like, it was just crazy. Like, I'll never forget it. Like, I got fouled, made the first one, tied it up, missed. They come down, score, we lose. What the, like, it was just crazy. Like, that'll drive you crazy. So you gotta push it. And I would always think like, damn, when I was bullshitting in the gym, I ain't bullshitting on free throws that day.
Right.
Or I wasn't going hard. I should have got the end one anyway. Or like, it'd be shit. Like, I think in high school one time I stepped out of bounds in a pivotal time where I stole the ball, stepped out of bounds, laid it up. Thinking we up 2, I stepped out. Never stepped out of bounds like that in my life. But I had to think like, damn, that's the time you taking off. Bullshit. Like, basketball the game gonna show you the love you put back into it. Like, whatever you put into it, it's gonna give you back. So you can't cheat this shit.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a sport, so you got to be physically ready to play.
Bro,
You got to be ready to play. That's like fighting, bro. I don't care how good you are. You better come in shape.
you better come ready.
If you got to do them rounds,
Come ready. If you
Man.
ain't ready, if you're not ready, and you gotta be, and I like to say, own the moment. Don't put in all this work, and then I come see you play, and you passing the fuck out the ball. I'm not saying shoot every shot. Be aggressive. What are you working on your game for? Why not try it? Try this shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I do got kids that actually implement it, like, to where certain things I see, like, I know they bread and butter. Like, I have to tell, I'm going to say his name because he's my little brother, but my little brother Tristan, I was telling him one day, because he was like, what he said, I was like, your game, I helped build, I was like, your game, son. He's like, I was like, dude, you wasn't doing that before you met me. I taught you how to get to the elbow. That's all, that's your game. That's your bread and butter. I showed you that. He's like, damn, you did. I'm like, yeah. Like, before you got me, you was moving, but you didn't understand what you was doing. Now you understand, like, this is my spot. I know if
Yeah.
I get right here, motherfucker can't do nothing with me. I put that in your head.
Yeah.
But it's more so like, you gotta be mentally locked in. Like, you gotta understand this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand it on that level, bro, it's gonna be hard for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not basketball. You gotta love it. You really gotta love it, and you gotta treat it right. If you don't, it's gonna take, bro. Same way you get everything, you'll lose it all. Bad teammate, uncoachable. Them the main 2 things that can kill everything in basketball. You gotta be coachable. If you're not listening to your coach, or you're not a good teammate, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to play this sport because it's a team sport for sure. Because everybody can see that you're the best player, and everybody don't have to take, you know, like, if we got a best player on our team, everybody can gravitate to that and accept that. But everybody don't have to accept that you the best player, you know what I'm saying, depending on how you treat people, you know what I'm saying, or how you listen to your coach or whatever. So certain things ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's the number one thing for kids, all kids. Just be coachable. Even the kids that don't talk back and all that, still be coachable. Don't go out there and do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, be coachable. You know, I do understand some coaches don't know shit, and some trainers don't know shit.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. But, you know, just try to be coachable, man.
So, as a basketball athlete, do they do a lot of just regular like running miles and stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty simple. Just try to stay off of like concrete and stuff like that. Try to run on something.
Because your knees.
Yeah. Try to stay off of the concrete or anything gravel. Like, my knees are set up from playing in Charleston on the concrete right now, bro. Some days I can jump over the rim. Some days I can't jump over the line.
What about swimming?
That's great cardio. LeBron James work out in the pool.
That's what I do. Yeah, a lot of swimming.
That's great. That's great cardio. That helps with, that's like the calisthenics I was telling you about. Make him defensive slide and that shit. He'll be jumping like a motherfucker. Keep him up. Just keep him off of outside. Don't let him do too much on the concrete, bro. Like, don't let him run outside on none of that shit. Or if so, running shoes. Always wear running shoes.
So what type of, like, how long do they prepare? Because the thing is, all right, for like fighting, I know for real, I can do like 30 minutes of really hard strength and like really hard cardio every day outside of my like martial arts training and be good.
Like
I don't have to go. I don't have like say if I'm swimming, I can swim. No, I can. You can do it every day, just once a day, like
30 minutes.
Like 30 minutes, I can get in that pool and swim hard.
Yeah, that's about right though.
And that's cool
you
because
don't overdo the muscles.
Right, and it's like I'm not gonna ever fight longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I always think about like when I train for my fight, outside of what I do at the dojo, all I need is like 10 to 20 minutes of a good warm up, and then like 20 to 30 minutes of like hard
workout. Yeah.
And that's all it's gonna take for me to. I don't have to go and run for 2 hours.
Well, basketball here need to be, like I say three times a week, 30 minutes. You can now if it's a day where he didn't do no basketball, you put more time on it. But sometimes after basketball, it's cool, quick little like before he go to bed, push ups, sit ups, work on his abs. But for real, abs, album out crazy. Still, you get his arms and all that together, like push-ups. I say diamond push-ups.
Man, you told me the other day, you said something about some 45 minutes of abs.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, 30, 45. That's how we used to go. So I would train for an hour, and then once training over, I'd do, like, abs right after that. This was every day. Like, but it'd be something different, you know what I'm saying? Like, some days I might work on abs first, and then we'll do shooting. You know what I'm saying? So you can just break it down. So like you might be like, Corey, I killed his legs, right? So I might just have him do rhythm shooting or rhythm floaters or just different shots. We might work on just shots, certain shots or things to where he more so in just one spot, just kind of not using so much of his legs because they already killed or his arms killed. I won't do as much shooting. We'll do around the rim shit. You know what I'm saying? So like it all based upon it, but like you don't want to worry about. You can, I say, core training three times a week for sure. Sometimes you can mix them up on the days. You want to get a little extra 20-minute core thing in at the training if training went that crazy.
So, for like college athletes, do they usually have like I know they have their group training, obviously their team training, but for their strength and conditioning. Do they have like a coach or a trainer for that, or is it kind of like they kind of?
It's a different coach for that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my cousin, and he like to condition. He real crazy about like running and calisthenics and stuff, like no weights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get him on that wave to kind of like collide with me, so he can strengthen condition my kids. You know what I'm saying? The kids that I train. So yeah, because I know about that, but I'm not trying to. Skill and strength, like that's too much. You know what I'm saying? I can give you a diet plan, you know what I'm saying, on how to eat. But other than that, like I'm trying to get somebody that can do that strength and conditioning. And then you got people like Don Dixon. He do great strength and conditioning. Whereas like that's where I'm gonna tell you gotta take between in Sykeston. He got his own little dojo in his crib. So like he real good at like the speed, agility, building without weights. You know what I'm saying? He might use weights. The way he use weights ain't gonna be like to like a football player. He gonna use it as a calisthenic. So box jumping, all that stuff. That's who would make really quicker, faster, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna just keep his footwork tight. You know what I'm saying? Cause
yeah, I was just curious because I know with
guys that do it though.
With MMA fighters, until they like make it to the top and they have good money to pay like to go find a good personal trainer, a lot of them just kind of wing it, do it on their own and stuff.
Yeah, basketball, you got to kind of do some basketball. Is do stuff that's relatable to the game, movements that you would do in the game. You know what I'm saying? Your body can be used to those movements. With him, he going to be taller and skinny. So he need to really do a lot of stuff that's similar to the game style, like as far as calisthenics. You don't need to be doing nothing stand still. You need to be, boom, moving around. Or if he is doing arm stuff like planking and pulling, or plank holding, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's where his arms and abs are getting worked out. You know what I'm saying? Legs, you know how to, you know what I'm saying? I say work on his legs too because he's skinny. So, but for the most part, you can build the upper half like kind of faster, I think. But it's a lot of shit for real. But take a village for real, bro. Because you got to know people in this shit. If you by yourself with basketball, it's hard to know because so accessible. You can easily go to the wrong place.
Man, who you telling?
Easily.
Yeah,
You can go
I
to
know
the
that
wrong
for.
trainer. You can go to the wrong team. It's so easy. It's so accessible.
And then maybe not even necessarily the wrong, but not as good as someone else that might be right around the corner.
I would rephrase that. I would say the least educated place.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't say wrong because some people that do teach it wrong or don't have the best lessons do mean well. Like they may be very good motivators or just help the kids. You know what I'm saying? Outside of just making sure the kids stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. But I like to say it's cool. People be like, well, it's just basketball. Like they just practice. As long as they practicing, it don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter until your kid face somebody and they better and they crying and ain't nothing you can do about it.
They crying.
Yeah, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Or you go see your kids and it's another kid that's out there getting the best of them and his whole team.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, why are our kids not like that? Yeah, it's not fun then.
No,
you
it's
gotta
not.
hear your kid be sad about it, and then they don't want to play no more.
I ain't gonna cap
because somebody else so good. You ever seen a kid not want to play no more because another kid is that good? Like I don't play no more. Like I can't get better, so forget it. You know what I'm saying? So
like I'm cool with my son's team losing, but to just get blown out because they got 5 really good players, and then y'all got 5 decent players. Is just like
I say, man, we like with our training, we trying to set the standard for getting the right things back in order, bro. Like the right people back in order. Like if you don't know the game and you can't teach the game, man, watch out.
You work with any of the kids like at Central High School?
Yeah,
they got a good team there.
They solid. They young. They real young. I work with a lot of kids, a lot of places, like a lot of schools, high schools. With them is right now they in season, so I see them when I can, type things. But yeah.
So they have like freshmen
and so
sophomore.
I didn't work with pretty much all classes of them. Pretty much.
So
I can't even count how many kids I've actually trained in the past 2 years. To be honest with you.
Do they have like the varsity thing? Varsity, with basketball
JV,
too?
Freshman.
So how does that work?
If you're a freshman, you're on freshman. If you're on JV, that's just freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. And then after that, once you're a senior, you can't play JV. Seniors don't play JV; they play varsity.
So you don't have any freshmen that are in varsity?
Yeah, you do. It's all classes on varsity. It just depends on your level of skill, pretty much, or whatever your coach think. Cause it just depends. Yeah, they have a lot of them like Cape, Notre Dame. I think they got freshman teams. If I'm not mistaken, they should. They bigger schools like places like Charleston and Sison don't have a freshman team, cause like Sison is 4A, but Charleston is like 3A. We just got JV and varsity.
So if you're in high school and you're trying to decide which college you want to go to for basketball, does it really matter which?
You gotta be recruited first. They gotta want you. Where you want to go don't matter.
No, okay. Well, okay. So say you got multiple schools that want to recruit you.
Yeah, they want to offer you pretty much. They had to offer you a scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah, I can recruit you. I can tell you I'm interested in you. But if I don't offer you a scholarship, that don't mean it. Just mean I'm interested in. I'm watching you.
So are you more like? Would you be more likely to make it to the NBA if you choose this college over that college?
These days, that don't really matter because you can be at one school and leave and go somewhere else the next year. Like you can, like back in the day, when we were younger, in high school, you know how when you would transfer to a school, they had to clear it. Like say if we have 2 schools in Cape, right? Well, a school in Cape, we got 4 schools in Cape, but each school is in a certain district of Canton.
Yeah.
If I live in this district, I got to go to this school. But if I move over here, they got to clear me because
Right.
I don't live in this district.
Right.
So like now it's more so where that's not a thing no more. Like college, you can transfer wherever you want to after a year. Can't nobody stop you. It's more like a business. Like it's like being a free agent.
Okay.
So like I can be at SEMO, but if I average 30 at SEMO, and I'm like the #1 player in the transfer portal, and I can easily have other bigger schools like Missouri, Louisville, or something interested in me and offering me just off of what I did at SEMO, I can transfer the next year. So it really don't matter where you at. It's just about what you do with your opportunity and who you know. Like this is all about who you know.
Yeah.
And what you do with the opportunity.
Man, people always, man, that saying's been around for a long
It's
time. It's
who
not
you
what you know,
know.
it's who you know.
It's who you know.
It's
You
crazy.
can call it what you want to call it,
Yeah.
but it's real. And everybody don't know everybody.
And I feel, and like, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Because if you don't know nobody, what can you really do for a kid?
Right.
If you have no college resource, if you
Right.
have no prep school resource,
Mm-hmm.
if you have no, other than, if you could just put players in AAU tournaments, cool.
But
My uncle could do that shit.
what's good about nowadays, since with the internet, social media, all that, like you were saying, if you record a kid,
Yeah,
training
yeah.
and playing,
That's following.
then-
That's not really.
But I'm saying people gonna see that. That's how you
yeah.
can get connected with people.
Yeah. But like that's a fan base. What I'm saying is who's like who do you know that's in those areas? Who you know in those rooms? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because even if you won't get to know them, they'll call you off what they see, but you still don't know no
Right.
one in those rooms to know what's really going on and how to move. Like who do you know in the right areas?
So do hoopers have like managers,
Agents.
agents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agents.
That's also.
But it's more so that's what I want to, when it's all said and done, that's what I'm trying to get into. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just like, you got to know people.
Right.
Like, if you don't know nobody, if you don't know the people that run this camp, do you know who's a part of this?
And that's
Yeah.
why they get agents.
Yeah, or just in general, like, that's why they be in better situations. Like, you going to get in. That's why I tell people that training with me, do I know a lot of people? Yes. Can I vouch? Yes. Will I? I don't know. It just depends on what you do. What am I vouching for? You know what I'm saying? But I like to tell people, and I'm not just the guru or the holy, but if you going to want your kid in a better position, send them to people that can actually help them. Not babyfy them and make you think like, oh, they finna be all this because your son on their AAU team.
Right.
Okay, he on their AAU team. Is anybody recruiting him? Have you talked to a coach for him? When it's time for him to be recruited, do you know anybody to call? Do you have any college coach numbers?
Right.
Do you know any big camps? I ain't talking about getting on the website like everybody else and paying for the shit.
Right.
I'm talking about, do you know anybody that worked at camp to where you could text them and put eyes on this kid?
Mm.
Can your word be heard with these people? Do you know anybody? You can go wherever the fuck you want to go. That you might know you might have somebody that knows someone, but they might be plugged into somebody, but you might not know them. You know what I'm saying? Your opportunity got to be strong, bro. You got to be in there. You got to figure out how to get in that room.
Right.
If you don't know nobody, it's hard.
See, that's where I'm at with fighting right now. Since I'm about to go pro, I'm like, damn, do I need to get a manager or just because sometimes you can get lucky and fights just fall in your lap.
That can happen for kids too. Like,
but a lot of times it's
rare.
like you trying to look for someone and you need someone to like, all right, I need someone to get my foot in the door over here.
Yeah,
because I can't even get a damn fight.
You gonna have to back kick 60 niggas. Like you gonna have to spin kick 60
that is
times.
the one beautiful thing about fighting.
You can.
Your fights are gonna get you where you need to go. But what I'm saying is a manager can get you more fights because they already have this connection they built through the last decade or however long with all these different promoters in Missouri, Illinois,
it helps with the level
Kentucky.
up.
Like
Like you can get the notoriety yourself, but that person actually helps you, like you said, get in the door to where, all right, I ain't blind no more. Like I know what the fuck going on.
And
like,
they can get you more money too.
more money, more bigger opportunities, better situations.
Yeah.
Like I told a kid one day, like he was he had posted he was like 10th in scoring around here. He was averaging like 14, and he probably thought I was mad at him, but it was more so like, no, set higher goals. Like that's cool, but you gotta think that where you at. Think about the pond you in, the water, the body of water you in. Like you got the sea, you got the pond, you got the lake. Right now you in a pond. So that means you might be a big fish in a pond, but what are in ponds?
Trying to tell them stop thinking local and think global.
Global, baby. Let's go.
Right.
Like with 14, it's cool. A lot of people didn't average 14 in high school. Facts. But when it comes to where you at with it, that matters. It's levels. Like if you ain't your level, you thinking too low. Cause if you cool with this, then it's just gonna once it's over, it's over. And
he shut little dude shit down. He said, hey, look.
It's more so out of love because he got the potential to be a high major player. You know what I'm saying? He got potential. But it's just more so your mindset gotta change. You gotta want more to get more. Period. You gotta be you can't don't lie to yourself.
You just trying to make sure he ain't patting himself on the back too much.
Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't lie to yourself. Like when I went to Charleston and then I went to St. Louis. When I was in Charleston, it's like we played Sykeston, Cape. It's like, damn, okay, this shit was like, Then I went to St. Louis.
Yeah.
500 schools in St. Louis. And then you got like Bradley Beal. Like I went to go see, the first game I ever saw was Bradley Beal in high school. Like when I first moved to St. Louis, the first high school game I saw that like in the time of me being in high school was his game, and it was like sold out. We wasn't even standing on the court. We was like in a little window room upstairs. That's how I was like, damn, this shit different. Like when a player from that's big around here, it don't be like that. Like, cause they big and our big is two different things. So when I would see him, it was like, damn, this is what it looked like when somebody finna get ready to go to the NBA. Like, this is how the gym look. Like, damn, they all here for one person. Like,
right.
This shit serious. Or then you you got the big schools that play against each other. Like we would play big schools. We was a big small school, but we was like number one small school. We played the number one big school, and the gym would be sold out. It's like, okay, this is what when you got 5, 6 Division I players on the court. Like this is what the environment look like. This shit different.
See, that's why I always try to travel and fight opposed to just fighting right here in Cape. There's been a lot of times where I could have got a fight here in Cape, but I scheduled one out of town because
it make more sense.
You gotta expand. You can't just stay right there.
If you fight here over and over, you got fan base, but it's the same people. It's the same people behind it.
Same people.
No one knows you yet.
That too. Yeah.
You pop out there, boom, boom.
But you run into different styles, different types of fighters.
You whooping ass.
And like shit, like all my belts and my trophies, they're all from out of town. None of that. I still ain't want a belt here in Cape. Like I fight out of town.
Yeah, but that's how it be. They gonna love you other places first. Like I noticed that. Like even though this is just Cape, but like I'm from Charleston. But I don't train that many Charleston kids. Some of their parents are originally from Charleston, but these kids go to school other places. They don't live in Charleston. You know what I'm saying? Their parents probably did, but they don't. But I don't get a lot of kids from my hometown. Not like that they don't fuck with me. It's just like they slower to home. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't predicate it for the crib. I do it for everything. So if you know where I'm at, I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna fuck with you.
You know what's crazy is like a lot of times when you travel somewhere, you get treated better than you would in your own hometown.
That's how it be. Like I almost down there feel like I ain't saying I'm from Cape, but I get a lot of love just here, like in Sykeston, like everywhere else. For real. Not saying Charleston don't show love, but it's like you don't really get to, I guess, feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I can do something free for the crib, and nobody won't bring their kid. But if I do something free here, everybody bring their kids.
Hell yeah, because it's they. You know what I'm saying? Some people just it's all about the value. and some people just don't value things because I mean,
We don't
many
know.
different reasons.
Yeah,
but
we never know.
but like for example, my last fight was the first time I fought for the main event, and it was like I was like, man, I feel so honored, and he was like, and he told me, I told the promoter that, and he's like, you deserve it. It's like he seen my last fight before that, and he's like, this is the guy I want to be for the main event, and it's like I ain't never been offered that here in Cape.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, but it's a lot of stuff that like I can't say I've been offered because it's not. It hasn't been a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like camps. Like I done did camps with Baller's Life and stuff like that. I done brung Baller's Life here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like out of town is where you grow more. It's like people love to see you do things other places. It's like, oh, he finna do something big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to doing it here, it's like he ain't finna look like he's the big dog over us. Like, fuck no. Like not like the other trainers, but like the audience as a whole. Like the audience are kinda like semi question your stuff, like your work. You know what I'm saying? Like I done heard like my homie done told me people like, why would I send him to him if he already trained with such and such? But it's like not to discredit me, but it's like you're not even aware of what's going on. Like you don't even know who I am in this world. You know what I'm saying? As far as basketball, like you don't know how influential I am or the people I know. Like my homie ain't telling you like the trainer you got trash. He's just saying like you want your son to be in a decent position or something like that. I'll let my bro like, yeah, but people kind of like look at it like, I don't know, like why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even charge a lot, honestly. I'm cheap for real. Like it's trainers that charge $50 a kid or $40 a kid. I don't charge nowhere near that. I'm really trying to make kids better.
Right.
I ain't trying to be a bill. I really want you to bring your kid and, get them to me to where you can feel like they getting something productive done. And it ain't just like it's basketball, but it's like I tell them like life is like this. You can't quit. Like I give them life lessons. Like
it's character building.
I use basketball as a life tool. Like you gonna quit soon, something go wrong. So you can't do something right, you just gonna do it your way, huh? You can't do it like that. That's real world. Like you can't. It ain't about basketball. It's just real life. You know what I'm saying? When they old enough to understand it, like you can't gotta attack everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like it's a difference. And sometimes people don't know that. When you from where they from, they just see it a certain way. Like they already got their way of looking at things. And it's like, oh no, I don't wanna do that because I'm not sure. When then you look around a year later, it's like, damn, hey, fuck with me. And it's like, I don't got no time to. You know what I'm saying? I got 50 other kids.
You missed the bus.
Yeah, that parents really take this shit serious, and I gotta fit you. Like, I don't got no space. I don't got no time. You have to talk to Crunch.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to Crunchy. You might not want to, but he gonna give you the same shit I'm telling you. So like, you gotta respect how it comes. It's a command. It's a chain of commands. Like you can't.
Yeah, and it's like once you got your team of intermediate to advanced, and your schedule's full, what you like going back to the beginners? Like Gav and I just opened up that dojo on Flawless MMA Academy. Like this going on about like 2 months now.
Yeah, it looks nice in there too.
Yeah, like everyone's like at a beginner level right now, and as the classes start to fill up, and I got like advanced people. Once I get them to intermediate and advanced, and the beginners come in, it's like, well, I mean,
yeah, you got to start.
If the mats are full, you're not gonna. Now we got to open up a beginner class.
Yep, and you got to kind of wait till we get more. You got to kind of wait in line, like.
Or you can just come in here and just sink or swim.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might want to train with me, but it might be full to where you got to train with Crunch.
Right.
It's just what it is. Like, I'm gonna make sure that you getting the right medicine for sure, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna bullshit you. But, everybody, the first session always free, so you can see if you like it. But, yeah, like, I can't be when I was trying and you wasn't trying to understand, I'm gonna still give you the same. I'm still gonna give you 100, but it might not be quick as I would to. like then, because I got people that actually are serious. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying we don't want you if you're not serious. Period. Like I don't want you. I don't want Crunch to train you if you're not serious.
Right.
Like period. Like nah. And I had to I taught Cuz how to really do this. To where like we've been locked in for like a year, but we've been training together for probably like 5 months. And I just taught him how to where he started implementing his own drills. Some of the drills we still use a lot of his drills. So like it worked, bro. You can really teach people how to do this shit. Like it's a real business. We do this shit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Like literally 5 days a week. We be open. So if anybody want to get their kids in, man, we here.
Yeah, hey, let's pull up some of his videos. What happened with it? I seen the computer shut off earlier.
I don't know what happened, but it stayed recording. So
Oh, all right. See, look, that's what technology be.
You can just go to my page.
It be
It
jacking
should
up.
be
That's why
right
I
on
record
there.
now with the cameras and with the audio board, because if the computer jacks up, then we still got the stuff on the hard copies. But yeah, let's pull up. You got some videos on there? You
Yeah,
wanna
I
pull
got
up?
some. You can go on my go to my photo. Well, on my page, go up to videos.
So yeah, that was his training schedule though for Cape.
Yeah, this is all the stuff we done did recently. You can go. That's the camp we just did. You could click on the third one or something like that. Yeah, that's just something. This is like a little bit of what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is with my third grader, Bryce, and my eighth grader. That's my cousin that's in the eighth grade, same age as your son.
In the red shirt?
In the red shorts, yeah.
Oh, red shorts.
Yeah, and then on, he's in the third grade. So he's in
Oh
first.
no, that's you in the red shirt. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the kid on the far right, he in the first grade. Yeah, he in the eighth grade right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's really like an NBA drill they call 7, where they have to make 7 before they miss 5. So they run to the wall, touch, come back. We start off with just regular jump shots, but this is just like, shooting, like a conditioning shooting. So they like, you get tired, you get burnt out kind of, you know what I'm saying? So they do it like over and over. They got to make like 5 in each spot. So we might got like 5 spots. So it's like 50. We go around twice. So you get like 100 shots up. And right there, I'm just demonstrating, as far as like telling him he had to go harder. That's the third grade I was telling him about. That's with the dreadlocks. He nice, bro. But I was telling him he got to go harder and get straight to it.
It's crazy how even the little kids have to play on the same rim. That thing's tall.
Yeah, I had a parent ask me that, is it bad to play on a bigger rim when they, playing their regular games on small rims? Because she's throwing the ball way over the rim. I was like, I ain't never had that question. But
Oh, they do play. So the smaller kids do play on.
A first grader who play on smaller rims. I don't agree with the smaller rim thing.
But dang, they so small.
Once you get to like first, second grade,
It
you're
don't
gonna play on
matter.
it. Why put a rim down for 1 year? If your kids, most kids don't start playing basketball till they're in the first grade, second grade. Like, put a rim down for just 1 year? Now, if they starting off in kindergarten, you know how they got the little kindergarten leagues where they play inside the, like it could be a room like this, but it'd be like big or whatever. And they're like the little kindergarten leagues, they could raise the rim up probably like this high. You get what I'm saying? When they're in kindergarten, yeah, first, that's cool, but at that point, bro, you might as well just, you playing on low rims for 1 year, you might as well just, thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, but by the time in the second grade, they should be able to shoot on a regular rim. These kids bigger and stronger. And, we were smaller. And then you see Crunch down at the other end with a new kid we had just got that day. I can't think his name is Jabril. But the new kid, he was new, so he ain't want to bend his knees. He just,
Yeah.
So we was pretty much doing the same thing with him. And then my cousin Ryan sitting with On, the kid in the blue shirt, sitting down, dribbling, just working on trying to keep the ball low. But he in the first grade. But he's the same height as, Bryce. That's in the third. So I got a lot of first through fourth graders. I probably got like 15 or 20 of them boys. And then I got like 4 or 5 girls in that range too.
Man, I don't know what it is about my son playing basketball, but I never smiled so big watching them play, but I don't know why. Even watching them train, it just I really like it. Like even when he was doing like the wrestling tournaments, jiu-jitsu tournaments, kickboxing, like it's cool watching them, but I feel like I was more like I'm more like focused, like
get him.
like it was different, but watching them play like it's
that's what's
I don't
up,
know,
bro.
it's real. I just really like watching them play.
That's what's up, bro. I like that, bro, a lot. That's what this shit about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like them bond, like being. I want parents and I want the kid to be happy.
Yeah.
With their skill set, but I also know that this shit, like the hard work, like it be like damn. But
man,
we gonna look back.
I don't know
in
if
about
you really
2 or 3 years when he get an award or something crazy. He finna go to school for basketball. We gonna be like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be surreal. It's gonna feel good though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you put in all that work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just more so you just excited because you see like it's like you didn't get to be the athlete like that.
Nah, yeah. I always wish I could have been a hooper though.
So it's
I
like,
always thought
damn,
basketball was really
like
cool.
my son, but it's how it be, bro. Like,
yeah.
your son always like. I feel like when my dad, like I'm doing what my dad do, but like it took me a minute to like accept it, cause at first I was rapping.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, it took me a minute to accept this shit.
So you kind of pulled back from rapping.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't went to the.
I was gonna ask you too. I'm like, shit. I know doing both. That's gonna be.
I ain't went.
That's just
hard. I haven't rapped in 2 years.
Yeah.
She'll tell you I done probably wrote like 2 mixtapes.
Yeah.
Or an album. Like I'll still be writing and bullshitting, but I haven't went to the studio physically in 2 years. I've been doing this, and this shit's just been, bro, like changed my life for real. Like I did the league. And that shit just like everything just thing after thing after thing. It's like damn, like this shit happening fast. Like
yeah. Man, basketball's cool, man. I'm telling you, bro. Look,
that's because you
my
just
son,
happy to see him do that.
He's played baseball. He played soccer. He's done the martial arts. Bro, I've never smiled like this before watching him do something. Like I'm literally on the side,
the potential in him, though.
I'm literally like I'm not a shy person, but I'm smiling so big. I'm like, dude, I
happy.
like what the fuck? I never seen a basketball game before, but it's like I just can't help it, man. I don't know why, but when he gets on that court, I'm just smiling from ear to ear.
Man, he got potential, man. A lot of potential. I love training your son, man. Like not just because of our bond, but like he listen. I love when kids like listen and they want it. Like they receptive to it. Like
yeah,
you could tell they listening and they applying. Like damn, okay, you said okay. I remember you said this. Like, or like I had my little bro Tristan hit me up, or I see little Austin. They be like, I did what you was telling me. Or kids be like, Corey, I did exactly what you told me. I'm like, man, I love that shit. Like,
there's nothing like having a good student.
Yeah, it's like man, and I always like to refer to Mr. Miyagi.
Yes,
like with the Karate Kid. So like, look. It's a little girl, like they don't, like, you know, this is how I realized like I was getting older. Like, so I'm talking to the 3rd and 4th grader and it was like a move. I was like, you don't know about karate? Like everybody was kung fu fighting. She like, no. I'm like, damn. I didn't know how to explain it to her. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of like, so some analogies I be using, I be like, damn, they don't know that stuff. But like I like to refer to that. Like Mr. Miyagi, like you might not understand why I'm making you do it this way. I'm gonna tell you though, but you might not understand it, but you'll get it. Like you gonna be like, damn, I get it. Like you was right. Like I started doing what you was saying. Like so, like my little bro, he just be like, man, I got a move I want to show you. I got a new move. Like I want to show you. It's kind of like your move, but it's like, all right, okay, damn, you watch. That's what this shit about. That's how I was. I always somebody did a move or something. I'm like, damn, how you do that? Like show me that. I learned like you can learn from everybody. Don't be scared to learn. Like
yeah,
you gotta keep learning. That's how you be the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. That's how I go with this stuff, man. This shit, I love this shit for real. Take you a lot of places too, like for real. So I'm curious to see what the year gonna be like. A lot of stuff that happened last year, I was just like, damn, this shit. I was like surprised, but it was like, okay, I knew this would come with it, like camps and stuff like that, leagues and stuff. It's like, damn. But now it's like, damn, we finna hit it hard this year. Like, what we doing this year? Like, it's gonna be the same stuff, but it's gonna be times 10. You know, I'm engaged now, so it's a lot of stuff that's just been changing for the better with this. So that's why I like gravitate to it, and then it changed people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So you could teach a kid how to be, you know, have good work ethic, get to be a good big brother.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So now you engaged.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what's it like having to juggle that? Like,
I mean, for real, it feel like since I got engaged, it's like we hit another level of honeymoon. Like, you know how you first get with somebody, you in your honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
And then it go away, y'all get to arguing and fighting all the time. And then it's like we in another honeymoon phase. It's like, damn, that shit, that's how you know it's like surreal. So the balance of it is just, I guess, just more so thinking more about my family in situations. Like, I'm starting to think, like, grow up, like, I can bring my family to work sometimes, or I can, you know, maneuver around with how I live. You know what I'm saying? Just being more thoughtful about my family. You know what I'm saying? They help me see more. You know what I'm saying? They want more like technical stuff.
right.
Like, not just such all the big material stuff. You know, like just thinking about the future. You know what I'm saying? And and like investing into my wife. You know what I'm saying? She got things she wanna do. She's gonna probably go back to school and stuff. So it's all like mapping out like it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But when I was rapping, it was like, it's kind of like unsure. It's like, okay, I'm used to this, but it's like, I don't know where this shit really going.
Yeah.
But I was still like fucking with the training, but I wouldn't accept it. Like, damn, I'm gonna train full time, and all right, I'm gonna make a business, and then we gonna do this, we gonna do that. So just it works better, bro. It's what my life's supposed to be like. I feel like I'm 5 years behind, but
You and me both.
shit.
And the reason I ask is because the thing is, when you have a full-time job and you have a career that you're pursuing and you have a significant other, it gets hard.
Kids,
And then with kids too, it's hard because it's just time. You only have so much time in the day, and
it's like you don't have enough time in the day.
And when you have a significant other that understands that, it's a very beautiful thing, because I mean, a lot of relationships end because of a person having ambition and actually pursuing things in life, instead of like just doing your traditional 9 to 5, come home, and then we spend the rest of the day together, like working a 9 to 5, then getting off, and then going and training your students, and then coming home. It's like,
she gotta
now it's time for
sacrifice.
now it's time for you to eat dinner and go to sleep, so you can wake back up and do it again. And so,
but it's just that's what we get into though. Like, as far as like, she helped me so much with that, like a lot of stress off of me. You know what I'm saying? She helped me out so much with it, and then we also like, she talked to me about my scheduling, but it's more so like we at the point where it's like, now I want to know what she want to do. I'm ready to follow her around and see what she doing and help her with her school homework and stuff like that. I'm ready for that part, because like my oldest daughter just started playing basketball too, her first year. So she going up and down the year. She on varsity. She play a little bit. My youngest don't like hooping. So like, it's like I really like, I know that like the basketball stuff picking up, but I know for them it's more so I want to know what they want to do. I want to see what they want to be and what they trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? Like, with my kids, I know my girl pretty much trying to lead to where she's still kind of figuring it out, but she, you know.
And things change too.
Yeah,
you know,
but she very ambitious. Like, my wife's very ambitious like I am. Like, I know we gonna do like big ass things. Like, people think we should vlog and stuff like that, because we be cooking and dancing and stuff, playing around.
Yeah.
Like, we be joking around.
Oh snap! Here comes the TikTok.
They finna end it, bro.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah, but we gonna be popping on YouTube.
And TikTok, I'm with it. Get rid of it. So
We'll
everyone
do it
has to
too.
come back to YouTube and Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, so yeah.
Get off of
You know,
TikTok.
look out for me and my wife Inez.
But they got so
Inez
many
Gardner
things now.
Frazier.
They got the Kick. That's a new thing
that
people on. They got
Threads.
Rumble, Threads. Like,
Yeah.
there's just so many different platforms right now. Me, I'm sticking with YouTube because it's like the biggest one for real.
Yeah.
But
everything.
for short content is obviously TikTok right now. But like
Got
you
YouTube
said,
shorts. We still got shorts.
they get that too.
Yep. I'm gonna I think probably after February, once it kind of like warm up, I'm gonna try to, get my mics and shit together for my pod so you can come. But we got like gaming. I don't know if you play games, video games. Fortnite. See, I suck at that shit.
Well, they got no builds.
I'm terrible. I suck at the game.
Well, it's probably because you play COD, don't you?
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
A little bit. I play 2K too though.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Crazy.
You're not a
Hey.
shooter.
Yeah, but Call of Duty, I fuck with that way more than Fortnite.
Yeah,
Like,
see, the gameplay looks so much different when you try to
you
switch.
can't shoot.
Like, I can't even see him. Where's he at? Where's he at?
Yeah, but it's hard to shoot. Like you gotta have certain guns on Fortnite. You can't even like the minimum. You ain't getting. Like,
Yeah, then
you
they
gotta
having
work your
like
way up.
mythical weapons and stuff like that. But
Like when you first start, you don't even get a weapon.
it's fun though.
I gotta get on there with the team. What you on PlayStation?
I play on my
PC.
on my PC
So
or on
you
my
can,
PlayStation.
y'all cross play. You be cross playing.
Yeah, you can crossplay.
I'm
Yeah, it don't matter what you're
I'm
on.
gonna have to let you know when I'm on there, bro. I suck though. I'm gonna have to follow you around.
That's all right. I carry you.
Hey,
You be the decoy. I'm like, hey, look, go over to that building right there. Look, as soon as they start blasting, you know, I'm ting, 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 ting.
I'm with that because I'm terrible at it. But yeah, we trying to do gaming. Try to use gaming as a way to like raise charity money or something like that. Like,
Okay.
I want to bet, but I want to bet towards something positive.
Yeah.
So like it's more like people that's more political, not politics.
It's not so much gambling. It's more like fundraising, like raising money.
More political people, like not politicians literally, but like people like of us, like they got shit going on, got shit to
Right.
lose, got shit they trying to do. We can play. You know
I
what
ain't
I'm
got nothing to lose. I don't know who you talking about.
saying? Yeah,
I just got the joint. I done lost it all. What you talking about?
yeah. Hey,
I
I know.
to lose.
I know how that be, but I like to say like if you don't got nothing to lose, like as far as like you got business, you got training, you can't lose this shit.
No, I
So,
can't.
like, when if you don't got nothing to lose, I can't be around you. If you got something to lose, you got something to stand for.
Yeah.
You got something to chase for.
Yes.
So you got some shit to lose. Hey, we can lock in. But if you ain't got shit to lose, I can't be around you.
Yeah. If you ain't doing nothing, it's like I'm not even talking. You ain't doing nothing.
Like I don't love you. I might
Like-
love you to death.
Like you ain't
but
doing nothing.
I can't.
I don't even want to. Like I don't. What are we gonna talk about?
Yeah, time is wasted.
What are we gonna talk about?
Like
What
I
are we
love
gonna-
you. I like, hey, I invite you to the fun shit. We can have fun. If you my cousin, my friend, we might not talk all the time. I'm gonna invite you to the fun shit. We can kick it, but when it comes to my business and how I gotta do shit, I can't have you around me.
I'm
'cause
grinding. I ain't got time for no extra stuff for
I
real.
don't, bro.
When I do get extra time, I'm gonna spend it with my fiance. That's it.
Yeah, and that's with me for most of the time. Like I really don't like me and my fiance. We pretty much kind of like introverts in a way, but we fuck with people. But it's like now we're starting to actually like, all right, let's do some group shit. Like let's have fun with our friends and shit.
Yeah.
Like, because we kind of like real introverted. We kind of like work, stick to family,
Me too.
and just keep it simple and stick to us for real. We fuck with people, but not like a lot.
Yeah,
You know
my
what I'm
woman, she be wanting to like do stuff like she likes going out and stuff, and I be like, but my couch is like right there. It's calling my name.
Bro, that couch and that game.
Cause look, bro, I'll be so tired, bro. And I'm like, I'm so sore. I was just like, I don't want to do anything. But another reason why I started playing the video games is because I remembered how much I used to love it when I was a kid. I'm like, I need to get that joy back, and I
That's
feel like
all
it's
it
just
be.
gonna kind of keep me younger, you
Yeah,
know.
that's what for me, man. That's what it really be, bro. Like I love playing it. It be like some things be so funny to me. Like I like talking shit on 2K, it be online. One time I'm playing this little kid.
Oh man,
It's a little kid, but we playing back and forth the whole game. He ain't say nothing, but it was like a close game. But I'm like, I knew it was a kid because he had his speaker on, so I like muted him. But once the game was over, he almost beat me. It was like I won by like 4 points, and I was like, hey, good game, little bro. He was like, dude, you suck at the fucking game. I couldn't do nothing but
you
laugh.
beat him.
Yeah, but I
That's
just
so
laugh.
funny.
I fell out laughing. I'm like, bro, you can't be sick. Like, if this is what we've like, the kids don't. You can't even. Hey,
Me and my chick, we was playing Fortnite last night, right? Every time I play Fortnite, I play with her. If she ain't doing nothing, I don't like really play with anybody else. I'll play with her, and she's like, "Let's play squads." I'm like, babe, I do not want to play with no randoms. But she one time, I'm like, you know what? Fine. All right, let's do it. We're playing squads, and look, I'm talking so much shit. And the two people left, and she's like, yeah, probably because you've been talking shit since the game started. But I wasn't talking shit like bad. I just be kind of like,
I be having to tell her.
I'm like, all right, for example, as soon as we land, I said, all right, well, we see this so-and-so, he just landed way over there. He clearly don't know how to play as a squad. And just stuff like that.
But it like some of them be getting super disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, I don't play that stuff.
I play against New York.
I'll just mute you.
He just kept saying, "It's my." I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I just started calling him zesty. Like I just started going in on him. Like, bro.
Yeah, I don't like.
To where like I ended up beating him, and he was just like he he ended up laughing because I was like joking so hard I made him laugh. But it was just like, bro, I can't believe like I just had a full blown bow out with somebody I don't even know. So after that, I just started muting that shit. Like they get to talking, I just mute that shit.
Yeah.
Like bro,
I enjoyed the fun banter back and forth, but don't start.
Sometimes I have my moments.
Once they get going with the racial slurs and stuff, I'm
it's
like,
just
all
crazy,
right, nah,
bro.
click.
Yeah,
I'll leave the game on you. Like I'm not,
crazy,
I'm not
bro.
doing none of that.
They just be talking crazy.
Yeah, but it is fun though,
It's
and
fun as
I
shit.
stream sometimes, but I don't know, I wanted to start streaming like consistently, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I game, I don't like. It's like me
People
time,
like more
kinda.
so that I like. Only reason I want to film it is because like my fiance, she think I'm a character. Well, I know I'm a character sometimes, like with the game and like because I can be mischievous. Like I could be very like playing. Like I could say a lot of funny shit.
Yeah.
Just be like I don't stop, especially if I'm winning. Like, I just don't stop. Like, but it's like. She think I'll just be being mean to my cousins. Like I came in there, I'm like, they was talking, like, she get the back end of me talking shit to them.
Yeah.
But it's like, they was just talking shit to me. It's like, oh no, you give kind of like you bullying.
You're toxic.
Yeah, it's like you're bullying them. I'm like, no,
Toxic bully.
They was talking shit to me first. They started it, and I just finished it. And then they, when people lose, they just be like quiet. Like it's like they don't have nothing to say. So, like with men anyway. So women see that it's like, why? Like I don't know. I don't think you should be acting like that.
Man,
but I try to tell her like that's normal. Like it's people that's worse. Like people that worse. Like
I be going in. When I'm getting kills back to back, ooh, I be
talking crazy.
I be talking mad shit, but obviously this is like when I'm playing solo, they can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to them directly.
Yeah.
I'm just talking shit because like I'm like, especially when someone pushes me, when they run up and I just gun them down. Oh man. I be talking about that for the end of the game.
Don't talk shit to me, but I'm like that in real life with basketball. Like, don't talk shit to me.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna talk all like once I get going, bro. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna stop talking. Like you can't, and then I'm gonna bag it up.
I'll talk.
So you gonna be mad. Like it's been times where people have been like, bro, just stop, bro. Like I remember I was in middle school one time and we played against Dexter, and it was a dude that was on a team that went to our school the year before. I took it so personal that he was. Like, so we was both in the 7th grade, and they played up 8th grade one game, and he didn't move me up, but he moved him up, but he wasn't better than me. He was playing on 8th grade. He never played 7th grade, but he was in the 7th grade. Like, it didn't have nothing to do with me, but I felt like that was my spot. You feel me? So, like, I took that, like, very personal. Like, man, they think you better than me or something. So, like, the whole game, I was just talking to him, taking the ball. They like, Corey, come on, bro. Like, just chill. Like, that's what he says, like, Corey, just chill, bro.
It's not even that serious, bro.
Like, he was like, just chill. Like, I'm like 12. I'm like, damn, maybe I am going too hard. Like, and I was just like, nah, fuck that.
Nah.
Like, I ain't tripping.
Game.
But that's how I was. Like, oh, bro. Like, yeah, I'll take it too far. Like, I'll keep going. Like, especially if I feel like you don't deserve it or I feel like somebody think you better than me or you think you better than me or you beat me last game. Oh, nah.
Sometimes I talk shit during my fights.
Supposed to.
Especially if they say something to me. Oh, they gonna get me going.
I learned that you gotta be careful with that shit though.
But yeah,
Sometimes
you do.
You do. Because I saw a dude I think you were probably at that fight. It was probably like 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. It was a dude, he was like
in Cape?
Yeah, he was talking all shit and then dude dropped him like in the first round. Yes, it was at Gavilan fight. This was like 2 or 3 years ago at the arena.
Let me. Who
He was like, "You ain't nothing. You da 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 da." And then the fight started. And he was not like he got
cracked
30 seconds. He didn't even knock him out. It was more so like he did drop him or whatever. Like they called it. Like it was like he didn't get.
Was it smaller guys?
I think so.
I wonder if it was that Ethan or what's
one
his
the
name?
dude that knocked him out was a black dude. It was
a black dude.
Black dude knocked out
Oh,
a
I
white
don't
dude.
remember.
White, but the black dude, he's from here. He
Was it
beat-
Michael Terry?
He worked at kids. I mean, not kids. Rose. He worked
Yeah, that's Michael
It was
Terry.
Mikey. It was Michael.
Oh,
Yes,
for
it was
real?
Michael. Yes, it was Michael. Yes. With the little cut on his.
Yeah,
It was Michael. Yes,
That's funny.
Michael. It was somebody going against Michael. He was
Man, he
talking
lives
all-
right down the street.
He was talking all shit. Michael was just like,
Look, look.
he a
Keith,
dog.
Keith, my older brother Keith lives a block away, and then he lives a block away. So you got 3 fighters right on the
Dude,
same street.
What weight class is he?
Michael Terry, I think he's 155 or 170.
That's your class.
Hell no, I'm a 145er.
Damn, he bigger than you.
I think he's 170.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, I'm tall and skinny.
So he like Gavin? Nah, he
Nah, he ain't
Gavin.
that- no,
Gavin like
Gavin,
2.
Gavin, he fights at 170 and 185. I think Michael Terry, I'm not
tough.
sure. I think he's been floating
Who-
between 155 and 170.
So he's
though.
not like fighting on the time then. He been around for a minute too. He tough.
Yeah, Michael
Like,
Terry's been
he
around
done whooped
for.
a lot of ass.
I think
too.
he started probably around like 5 years ago.
Yeah, he tough.
He fought at the last show. He had a nice little finish too.
What's his record? Probably like.
I don't know.
Yeah, he tough.
But yeah, he's good.
He's tough.
Yeah.
Like I know of him for sure. Like every time I probably went to one of Gavin fights, I said he won. Like he tough as fuck. He whoop ass.
Yeah, he's been.
But that's who it was. He was talking
kickboxing
all shit.
and MMA
And
too.
then
I
it's
think.
like somebody was like, it was like first 30 seconds, dropped his ass.
Yeah, I bet
If he see this, he'll vouch. He'd be like, I know it. He could tell you exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, dude was just talking all like walking out, talking shit. Like, he ain't nothing. Like, talking to the he ain't
I
da da
don't think
da.
who that was he beat, but I know I was there.
Like,
I think I was
he
in the
seemed
back
like he was
with
a
Gavlin.
goofy kid, though. He didn't seem like he was on some, like, trying to psych himself up, I think. It wasn't nothing like.
I feel like I know exactly who it was,
He
but I ain't
wasn't
gonna say
super
any names
disrespectful.
in case I'm wrong. But I think I know who that white boy was.
He was just, like, talking shit, but it didn't look like he was really. Because when he did it, it was like, he got, you know how you can be so scared you get knocked out and you hop back up and it's like, like
Yeah.
that. Like, it happened so fast, you just so happy it's over.
Dude, some of those people that in the amateur ranks, they get in that cage, man, they don't have no place in there. Oh, speaking of which, so I wake up this morning to a text from the promoter. Apparently he said, I'll just read it word for word. I wake up, look at my phone, and he says,
Damn, man, I'm gonna have to get up out of here. It's almost, damn.
all right, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. But yeah, I wake
No,
up,
you
he's like,
good.
hey, I'm starting to look for a replacement. Your opponent isn't looking like he can fight.
Like, he can't fight or he can't fight.
I don't know what that means. He's backing out. He's
Do they-
injured. What?
Do they pay y'all, like, beforehand? Like, y'all get, or it's
No,
after
I
the
ain't
door?
getting paid. This is my last amateur fight.
Oh, yeah, you finna go pro.
But yeah, once you go pro in your contract, you want to put it to where like you're gonna get paid even if they back out or something like that. But typically as a pro, people ain't backing out because
They trying to fight.
you'll get suspended by the state if you
Damn.
don't have a legitimate reason. Which I doubt this kid has a legitimate reason. I don't know. I mean, we're a
But
week
if you
out.
win, if he back out, you automatically win this, right?
Win what?
Oh, so you don't. You
Win
can't.
what?
Oh, so amateur, it ain't no win or loss.
No,
It's like sparring,
no,
pretty much.
it's over with.
So you might as well just go ahead and go pro.
I need to get one more fight.
Oh, you gotta have it.
No, I don't have to. I want to. I have my last fight was 2 years ago
Oh shit.
because I got locked
Damn,
up.
you
So
still ain't got the fight.
no, I was supposed to fight December and he backed out.
Yeah.
And now this guy backed out. But we got a week, so I'm pretty sure we'll probably find somebody.
Yeah, they'll find somebody.
We'll figure something out.
Whoop somebody ass.
Somebody's got to get whooped. But if not, look, it's whatever, man. This fight's like damn near every weekend
Yeah,
somewhere.
You gonna
So
be able to get a fight for sure.
So
For
I'm gonna
shit.
find a fight somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna
be-
happen.
Yeah, you just trying to go on get that.
He
that
seen my
rust
fight.
off.
He seen my fight promo and he
Trying to get that.
shook
rust
him out his
off.
fucking boots.
Yeah. They don't even know.
But he was he's 3-0. he's like 20. He's young, so I figured like he gonna
know how to win.
He's a wrestler. He's a high school wrestler, so I thought he's gonna come like, oh, I'm finna take the guy.
He's selective. It sounds like he know better.
He took the fight though.
Yeah, but I don't think he know what he was getting himself into.
Them pre-fight jitters.
You see that shit, you be like, oh shit. I ain't gonna lie, I used to be like that with basketball. You see a team, you be like, man, I don't know, I ain't never heard it. Then you see it, you be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
they serious.
But all right, I'm gonna get you up out of here.
Yeah, I gotta go to the gig.
You want to give a shout out to any of your, you know what I'm saying, any of your supporters, stuff
Man,
like that?
I want to give everybody that support the Corey Fraser Basketball Academy a shout out, man. Everybody that just support anything I got going on, my movement, everybody, man. Shout out to my fiance, Inez. Shout out my cousin, Latrell. Crunchy Scott, man, that's my dog, man. We, pushing with this stuff. My pops, just everybody on the team, bro. Rolandis Rogers, who else? Julian Bird, Don Dixon. If I ain't name you, bro, I just couldn't think. But shout out to everybody, my kids. Shout out to my children, Gianni and Sweet Pea. So that's pretty much it, man. Like, appreciative for everybody that support us and, keep going hard. Hopefully I can get you on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Get you a regular, I got to get you in.
Oh, I'm coming in.
At least 2 episodes.
I'm coming.
Yeah, it's sports space, so you'll be able to.
And I'm going to be hyped.
I already know you is.
See, on my podcast, I try to make it, my podcast is not about me. It's about whoever I bring on.
Yeah.
But I'm coming on to your shit.
Yeah, our
I'm
shit
coming in.
is more like an open discussion, just sports.
Yeah.
We just talking. So you get to, it ain't really, you ain't got to take any, you tell about
I'm
you.
coming in with my belts. I'm gonna be.
You can talk about yourself during, like, well, my shit is, the topics is based upon, like, stuff we went through as athletes, and your story can come through
Oh,
that.
I got loads of
so
stories.
it ain't like an interview. You just more so speaking on your outlook, what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you look at this, how you look at the sports world, how did you deal with something like this when you was, what was a moment where, where it get more,
You going to get the Rainmaker.
I want the
when
stories.
I come in, it's going to be the Rainmaker. Ain't going to be Willie, it's going to be the Rainmaker.
I want some funny stories, bro.
Yeah.
I want stories you
I
ain't
got
told
loads,
nobody.
Loads.
Yeah.
But all right, everybody, thanks for watching. Once again, Powerful Fitness Podcast. This is episode 24, and this podcast was brought to you by Duke Concrete Finishing. If you need some concrete work done, hit up Duke Concrete Finishing. They're going to get you done right. Peace.
That's